Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is Pinky the Housewife. And also, I'm carrying this on my other two channels, Pink Global and then the original Pinky. So, depends on what channel that you're watching. Um, Good morning. Today is Friday morning. I'm up early. I only got up because only for one person, and that's it. So I'm up early only for one person. That's it. Nobody else. Okay. And I'm waiting. Got my text this morning, so I'm waiting. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and go live, guys, because this is heavy and heavy on my heart. The California wildfires. It's burning in LA, burning in Pasadena, burning everywhere. It's just burning. I mean, it's burning everywhere. Every place is burning. Pasadena, Malibu, or the West Hills, you name it, it is burning. And we're going to go live to some of those places where the fires are just raging out of control. They have been doing a lot of press conference all morning, giving people the updates and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and my little bowl back here. See that, guys? It gets in my way back here. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to go live this morning too. Um, Before we get started, and let me just say prayers go out to all the families that's been affected by this tragedy. All right. Prayers going up, going out to everyone. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, Welcome to the Pink House. Make sure you all go ahead and hit that like button. Please go ahead and do that. Okay? Don't let my words of asking with a plea to it not get answered. Okay? I know some of you watched never hit that like button, so go ahead. Doesn't cost a thing. And subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. I need about 700 subscribers to hit 6,000 subscribers on Pinky the Housewife, my channel, Pinky the Housewife. So let's go ahead and get that knocked out. I need 700 subscribers. I want to get it done by this time next week. So next Friday, I want to have my 6,000 subscribers. Okay. And then if you can, if you already subscribed to Pinky the Housewife, go over to Pink Global so we can get that monetized. Do what you need to do. Go ahead and hit that like button on a story. Watch it so I can get that watch time, a video, and then subscribe to the channel. Okay? And that's Pink Global. All right. Uh, Thank you all for doing that. All right. Thank you guys. So let's go ahead. We're going to be talking about the updates with the wildfires in Los Angeles. It's today the 10th. Today is the 10th, Friday. First time I remember what the day was, only because my husband just told me. Yeah, he just told me what the day was. So make sure you all hit that like button coming in. I'm going to go ahead and say welcome to the Pink House because normally I put it in here, but I forgot. So I'm doing it now. But yeah, we're going to be going live about that, and I'm getting ready to do that right now. All right, guys, I had to, okay, say something to someone. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put on Hi Queen. Please hit the like button. Again. Hi there, my queen. Queen Common Sense. I was getting ready to say queen. It is early this morning. I forgot. It's just early to me because normally I would still be asleep. I would not be up right now. But yes, Queen Common Sense. She's another content creator. She's awesome at what she does. So if anybody listening, y'all make sure you go over to Queen and hit her like button too and subscribe because she's going to give you a show. Yes. Grand afternoon. It is, well, most people, it is afternoon, but I always say morning. And you would not believe this. I actually wrote it here on a sticky. Somebody told me to it's afternoon because I was talking to them. They said, Pinky, it's 1 o'clock my time. It was 12 o'clock my time. And I told them, well, I just woke up. So it's morning. I'm drinking my morning cup. They said it's afternoon. I said, and I kept saying morning. And I said, I'm going to write it down. She kept correcting me. So I wrote it down. And I got it right here at the bottom of my screen. At the bottom of my computer. It is afternoon. You're right, Queen. It's just, I just wake up late. I'm you're nibbling on a sandwich and I'm going back to bed. You're going back to bed. It's cold. It's morning for us. Okay, it is. I woke up when I feel like, I wake up when I feel like it too. That's the problem. I don't get up until most people are getting ready to go to lunch. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get started with these. What's going on? They did a couple news conference this morning and everything to keep everybody updated. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we are right now. And this information is going to be coming from Fox Live Los Angeles. Okay? Fox Live Los Angeles. And it's the update on the California wildfires. Oh, that just went out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and unmute it so we can hear what's going on.
You contact them first and then call FEMA. If you're just temporarily displaced, then you can go ahead and apply directly. Reporting live in Malibu, I'm Gigi Gracia. Back to you.
You know, that image that you and Tony are sharing with pieces of people's lives and homes basically in the water there. And this morning, earlier, when you showed that sunrise up against all the destruction, so symbolic. The devastation as well as sign of hope. Really appreciate you and Tony bringing us these stories and these moments that really paints a picture of just all the emotions people are feeling as we try to cover the story and try to do justice to these people's lives.
I think it's really unimaginable that the Pacific Ocean is now serving as a submersible debris site. Mm-hmm. Who would have thought that a fire that started up in the terrain would now reach the ocean?
You can see that this is live.
As well with people,
so we're watching it live, Queen.
And parts of their lives
Hi, Ann Yepper.
Floating away
Thank you for being here this morning.
Just a devastating picture that you're painting out there, Gigi. And then I've heard time and time again
Thank you for being
that as incredible and devastating as these pictures are that we're showing you, time and time again after neighborhoods leveled, that if you're there in person, it just hits you a completely different way. It is actually much worse than you're witnessing right here on TV.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to sometimes translate the images until you're there in person. And I know how tough it has been for all of the crews having to cover this type of a story. And you're taking a live look, obviously, from Sky Fox right there, just giving us a scene of what's going on down below. Palisades Fire. Again, 20,423 acres burned. At this hour, they're saying 8% contained, according to CAL FIRE. LA County is cracking down on looting during the Palisades and Eaton wildfires, and a curfew went into effect last night. It ended around 6 o'clock this morning, and officials say so far, 20 people have been arrested for looting in these evacuated areas. Sheriff's deputies are out patrolling, guarding road closures, enforcing evacuation orders. County leaders are warning looters will face some serious consequences.
Now let's go over to the Eaton fire right now. Scorching streets, abandoned homes. That's what we're witnessing at this hour. 180,000 residents gone under mandatory evacuation orders.
Well, now the National Guard is deployed to protect the fragile remains of what once was. Let's check in with Mario and see how things are where you are. I see you have a mask on this morning. Obviously, the air quality is just terrible.
Yeah, still that heavy smoke in the air here as the Eaton fire continues to burn. Now, you mentioned the looting. That's, Araxia and Sandra, has been one of the reasons why so many residents are reluctant to evacuate and leave all of their belongings behind. Well, take a look here behind me. The California National Guard has now moved in to help with wildfire efforts in the areas of both the Palisades Fire and here around the Eaton Fire. And this is one of a dozen of these armored military vehicles we've seen in the area this morning. Take a look. They arrived last night. After Governor Newsom's approval, 400 Guard members have now been deployed into these fire zones, and we've seen these CalGuard members making their way through these evacuated neighborhoods this morning. The purpose to assist law enforcement with traffic control and ensuring these fire zones are kept safe. It comes, as you all mentioned, after 20 people have been arrested for looting in these evacuation zones between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, something the county is confident the National Guard will be able to help prevent.
I mean, right now we can use any assistance we could take.
If you're in the bushes, come on out and hit that like button for me.
It's a real disaster. I know, like Katrina and all that was serious.
Come and hit the like button for me, and I won't tell nobody you're in the bushes, okay? Thank you, guys.
Like, from when it was going on to the aftermath, it's just, best way I could put it is like a Hollywood movie. That's the best way I could put it.
While multiple lives have been lost in this fire zone, criminals have been attempting to take advantage of empty homes in these neighborhoods. And that is why hundreds of deputies and local police have been patrolling these zones, now getting help from the California National Guard. Now, again, those mandatory evacuations are still in place. And Sheriff Robert Luna, a little earlier during that news conference, we heard him say over the coming days, additional CalGuard troops will be deployed into these fire zones. Live here in Pasadena, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
And speaking of that latest news conference, Mario, county officials did begin that press conference this morning apologizing to the public. That's because thousands of residents in LA County received numerous false evacuation warning alerts on their phones.
The director of LA County's Office of Emergency Management explains how this mistake was actually not human-driven. Listen.
There is no one sitting at a desk right now initiating emergency alerts. We have every technical specialist working to resolve this issue and to find the root cause. I implore everyone to not disable the messages on your phone.
The county acknowledges that these false alerts are extremely frustrating, that reinforcing that if you don't get these alerts, it can be a big consequence, right? It can mean the difference between life or death if you disable it, if you ignore it. Officials are continuing to investigate with FEMA. And if you do receive another evacuation warning on your phone, they're asking you to basically review the map of evacuations to kind of double check and see, is this accurate? Does this make sense? They're telling you to go to the website alertla.org, alertla.org. And the maps on that website are apparently accurate, according to them, while the alerts may not be. Let me tell you, first of all, yesterday, I know everyone went into a panic mode. What was it, around like a little after 3:30 or something like that, when we all got that message. And there was sheer panic, of course.
We were texting each other, like, did you get the alert?
Is this real? What's going on?
Are we getting this?
On top of that, when I got that alert, I was hearing fire trucks in the proximity to where I was. So that really threw me off. And I thought, okay, well, and I'm looking around, I'm like trying to figure out what what in the world is happening? So it is extremely frustrating. And I know so many others, maybe you got one in the middle of the night. People were saying they were getting them this morning. We were getting alerts, some of us, during that press conference, in fact. So this is definitely a concerning issue that they need to get on top of and figure out what to do quickly, because it's one of those things that's like, you know, the boy who cried wolf. You're not going to take it seriously until it is a serious issue, and we cannot have that in a serious disaster
like this.
Like
that we're all experiencing.
So coming up, we have some details on the disaster donation. So many people want to help, recovery, relief efforts, what you can do in your area. Amanda has been spending the morning compiling an entire list, and she'll have that for us next.
Okay. Thank you, Queen, for coming in. Thank you, Nathan, for coming in, and Hepper, thank you for coming in this afternoon. And I said it right this time, but we're still going to be watching more devastation fires. Let me just see which one did we just, oh, that was Fox 11. Let me just mute them for a moment. Let's go ahead to the next and see. Okay. We're going to go ahead and watch some more lives, and we can come back to them when they come back up. California wildfires. Prince Harry's mentioned at risk. Harry's home. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Let me take this one down so we can go to the next one. Just give me 1 second, guys. I was watching last night before I went to bed, and I did not like what I saw last night before I went to bed. It was horrifying. They was having a few press conference as well. Now, let me just say, this is with CNN News 18, Hollywood Hills Fire Live, Los Angeles fire unalives at least 10 people, California wildfires. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute this, and so you all can hear it too. I don't think there's any sound coming from it right now. This is a hot mess. It is. This is crazy. But there's no sound right now. They're just showing the fire. Okay. So we'll be going in between when one is on commercial, whether or whatever, or taking a break, then we'll go to the next one. So I go in between these Fox 11 and CNN, and there's one other. So, but this one here is just showing it right now. But I'm going to see because I got 3 different ones I'm going in between. These people that are administrating the relief resources can be incompetent. Yes. They don't think. They think they know everything. Some people ain't thinking with the other half of their brain cells.
That's right. You're watching another water drop in progress. They are continuing minute after minute.
This is a water drop. They're doing a water drop. And this looks like it's from last night
with
to
the
me.
luxury of night vision in many of these choppers, all these choppers actually, that are fighting this fire as this 20,000 acre Palisades fire continues to burn through the Santa Monica Mountains in the middle of, really the middle between the valley and
just give me 1 minute, guys.
Just to the west of the
I'm gonna
freeway. So you're really
get the other one going for us too.
This is all state territory and you can see it is really lighting up the night sky.
It is. And then there's a shortage on water. A lot of buildings had to burn because when the firefighters got on the street or whatever, they had no water pressure or no water.
What we don't want is for the flames to get too tall. Tall flames
with a fire this size, they need
embers and
the
crop
dusters, airplanes,
so they want to
not choppers.
Tamp down the fire until the big guns come back in the morning. Those air tankers do the heavy lifting to try and prevent any more forward progress towards the population. David.
You think I killed Gary?
Did you?
I choose violence every day.
The investigation.
Okay, we're gonna. What was that? I'm doing something else. I can't remember what it was. Okay, I found it. The water tanks on a chopper are not enough to truly make a difference. Okay, make sure as you're coming in, you go ahead and hit that like button for me. Oh, let me see. Do I have it muted? I don't have it muted. What they're doing, they're just showing the drop, so there's no sound coming from it right now. It is now. Y'all hear that wind? Oh my God. If anything is around there, it's getting lit up too. That's the wind. Oh my God. Oh my God. Any houses or buildings near that McDonald's or anything, those little embers just flying off and that wind is carrying it. Probably so far, lighting up everything. Look at that. And then I want to show y'all a picture. I think it's Palisades. I want to show you a picture of it, what it looks like. Last night, I made sure I took a snapshot of it last night. This is just awful. I just feel for all these residents, everybody in the wake of this. I really feel for them. I don't know what can you do. Look at the homes. The whole city, the whole block is aflame. The whole block. There's nothing you can do to put any of this out. Yeah, some people stay to the last minute to get out. Still driving around out there like they are made of Teflon. Ooh, Lord. Teflon. Oh, my Lord. Look at there. Wonder what that is. Is that just trees laying down, debris, or that's in the ocean? I don't know.
2 minutes.
I hope they tell what that is. What do that must be trees. What do that look like to y'all? What they just showed. This look like you we didn't know any better, it looks like the foot of a volcano. It's something. I mean, I don't know whether those are trees, all the just sticks of the trees now. The trees are just sticks now, or what? I don't know what that is. Trying to pull my socks up. Let me show you what socks I got on today. See these are new. I put them on last night. They're new. Yeah, they're new. And see how warm I'm dressed? Got on my fuzzy inside. It's cold, that's why. I don't know what this, is this just trees or homes and trees mixed in? Ooh, that is burning. If anybody want to come up and say anything, you're welcome to come up and say anything. If you want to speak about it or talk about it or just say a few words and drop down, you're welcome to do that. Because I did say on the thumbnail, if you got any emotions that you want to say or anything, or reach out to someone that you want to say something to someone, you can. You're welcome to do that. This is an open panel. Some people may want to speak, put a message out there to some loved ones. Oh, hey, I'm okay. Good morning, good afternoon, Miss Justice.
Miss Pinky. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. You You saw me. I'm getting ready to say good morning.
I hear you. It's so cold. It's just making everybody feel something.
It is freezing. How you feel about what's going on? This is live. This is a lot.
Yeah.
This is live.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can see it from the side. It's still going. So everything I'm going to show you all today is not something from last night or yesterday. This is everything I'm showing y'all is live footage from the major news sources. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you think? Queen is saying hi to you. Good morning.
Queen, how you doing?
Okay. Go ahead, Miss Justice. You got the floor.
Okay. I was listening to a prophetess. Her name is Celestra, and she's on YouTube. And she had prophesied in 2021, I think it was, that God had given her a revelation that he was about to touch the United States of America because of the blood of the children that were crying, the trafficking, the abortions, this type of thing, in particularly with California being a major city for homosexuality.
Oh, you got to say certain words. Yes.
Oh, okay. Right. For boy on boy type stuff going on there. It's major. People leave all other states to go there and get in the happy parade and all that kind of stuff.
They are continuing.
Go ahead. I mean, just while they're talking about that. Go ahead.
And she said that the Lord had given her revelation that he was about to touch the United States of America. And she was speaking last night and saying that this is that prophecy coming to pass. And then when she started breaking it down, it made sense, because not only in California, and we got some weird weather going on everywhere at the same time.
At the same time.
We got fires in the panhandle of Texas that have burned. I didn't even realize that so much land had been totally destroyed by fire. She had said back in 2021 that God had revealed to her that since my people want to live like hell, I'm going to give it to them.
Oh, Lord.
And if you look at that fire, look at that. That resembles hell if I ever heard of it.
That's hell.
And listen at this, Miss Pinky. The fire department says, the news reporters say, the people in the area that evacuated say they have never seen winds like this. Say the wind began to blow unusually high, 100 miles an hour winds that take the fire. And then not only did it start, it was four fires going at the same time. But all of a sudden, fire number 5 hit the Hollywood Hills, where the rich and the famous, Paris Hilton, I think her house, Beyonce. Beyonce knows mama's house.
Is gone.
Yeah, but notice the connection. Paris Hilton you can see her face on the tapes of Diddy. Come on now. We're seeing the hand of God doing some cleansing here, the same way he did in the Bible with Sodom and Gomorrah. He burnt that place down to the ground.
Oh, my Lord.
And I think that's what's happening right now. I think that prophetess was right on the money.
And you know what? We got so many young kids from all these celebrity kids. Pins from grown-ups was put on them.
Yeah. And they just, it's so much wickedness in these places. So much wickedness, even with the superstar supposed to be Christian people like Kirk Franklin and all this stuff. They all turn. You got pastors that are saying, "Oh, there's multiple ways to God," when the Bible say only by the Son. You got pastors saying, "Oh, this type of boy on boy stuff, it's okay, it's all right. Come on, you included. Come on, it ain't nothing wrong with that." So naturally, God says in his word, I am a jealous God. I am a jealous God. Now they have put everything before him. Not only did they move him out of schools, move him out of the Bible that sits on the entryway at the courthouses. They removed that. I mean, taking it away from the children that are starting kindergarten. Used to say the prayer in the morning. Take that away from them. Used to have books you could read that tell you about living holy and righteous and good citizenship and stuff like that. Take that away. They'll start burning the books. Get them out of here. So naturally, I think God is saying, I got a solution for you.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
did
my
start burning that.
opinion. Yeah.
Moving the books. Oh, you know what, pastors, you're touching on some stuff, and a lot of that I was laying up in bed and I was watching, right? And when I was laying in bed watching TV, watching this here in my bed till I fell asleep, there was a picture. Let me show you this picture. Okay, let me show you all this picture. See this picture here? This is, look at that neighborhood. That's a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Can you? That's house after house, street after street, block after block, as far as you can see. And then farther away, still burning back in the background.
And you see how every house is burned, Miss Pinky, in that community right there. Every house. That was a lady on the news this morning, and she was just weeping and weeping and weeping like you know. And the newsman said, "What got you weeping like this? Here, everybody's house is burning, and the fire is a threat to everybody." She said, "Yeah, but look on my street. My house was the only house that was burnt. My house, out of all these houses, and we cross the street, we next door, we down the street, but only one house burned." I think God is saying, yeah, pay attention. It's me. I can do it like that. He making sure you don't think it's just the wind. Don't just think it's just the fire, but it's me controlling all that happens.
Yeah.
Well, fire can just go in a community of nothing but wood and only touch one house and leave. Come on now. That's got to be God.
That was a in this area, and when they showed this picture, there was a whole area, a whole block, whole area, homes in that entire part. Everything was gone except for it was a church. It was a synagogue or something. The white ones is made of white stucco, and it have the big gold stuff all around on it, and that was still standing.
He letting them know. He letting them know who he is. That's all that's happening. God is showing himself. They have kicked him out. He taking repossession of his land. That's all that's happening.
What do this look like to you? I didn't know.
God.
And Queen gave her thoughts on it. What do that looks like? It's been burnt. What are those trees mixed in with homes or what?
Whatever it is, it's totally demolished. What is it, near the ocean or something?
That's what I don't know. See there?
Oh my God.
It must be. It must be. You see how it looks?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But
oh, look at that. It look like a face, don't it? Look at that.
Yes.
It look just like a face. Them demons is running
and those
around.
are cars.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh.
Yeah. There was this one man that was talking. He said that they was watching the fires and stuff. And he said that his home, he was showing his home, and it was burnt completely down. He was just standing there looking, right? And he said he was talking about his home. It was a big, beautiful home, right? And he got his children out, his girls out. Then he said the house across the street that they just moved in. And he said they just moved in and was so proud, and now it's gone.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You better stop. These people better stop making things and money their God. They better stop. They love their stuff. more than they love their children. They'll have a nanny take care of their children while they ride around in their luxury jets, sit on their yachts, and their stuff, their money, the status, the wealth. They so the love of money. They so in love that they forsake all things. They walk away from their mind. Look at that guy who played. I can't think of his name. Black guy that played. What's that new? Oh God, what's his name? But he famous, rich. Mama put him through school, suffered and scraped, and she cleaned houses to get him to where he at. He played Blaze. You remember him? The guy that played Blaze,
The
that
black
movie
guy.
Blaze?
Yes.
Black guy, the black one.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yes. He would not even buy his mother a home. She got up there and testified that he did once he made it big, he forgot all about her. That woman used to clean houses, clean bathrooms to get him in school and stuff.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. So
That
money,
looks
honey.
like hell.
Yeah. Money changed some people.
It sure does.
Money changed some people. When Diddy was poor, he wasn't growing up as a kid poor. He wasn't thinking he better than nobody else. But as soon as you get that money,
I wonder about his house in LA, because he got a house in California.
Got two, I think.
Still standing. That should be. Let me just catch this call. Go ahead, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me mute myself right.
Yeah, that fire there. Wow. Oh my goodness. People's lives are being totally changed. And some of them, though, they're watching their assets burn up. Their lives are changing for the better because they're still alive and they got an opportunity to repent. One of the greatest gifts we have is the gift of repentance, where you can say, okay, I forgot about you. I left you. I never looked back at you, God. But now I understand. I realize, and I'm sorry. They got another chance. Those who still alive, they got another chance to get it right. That's how I look at this opportunity for those who still alive. You got a chance to go back and redo and repent on the dirt and hurt that you've done.
You're right. Yeah. You're right, Justice. Let's see what else. What other source? Because I go back between. It's three different ones. I'm going back and forth through, and we're going to see what the other outlet. I try to keep the same one so I don't have to put so many in my update. But this is awful. This is something a lot of the people that live in LA have said they have never seen a fire. They have them every year. They say this is the worst that they ever seen.
Yeah, this is different.
You're right. With the this is with Fox 11 Los Angeles again, guys. And
there, obviously, of residents who have lost everything. National Guard troops are joining the emergency response.
Can y'all hear
that? 180,000
yes, ma'am.
Under
Do I need to turn it up
at this time.
I hear it.
Hi, people want answers. People want to know why this happened and what more could have been done to save anything, if at all. So clearly, those are going to be answers that are going to be dealt with in the days, weeks, months to come. But clearly, you can understand the frustration.
Oh, absolutely. Emotions are running high, and you think like,
I'll go back and see what this man was saying. This is live news, but he was saying something, and I want to. Let me see. I don't want to go back too far. This is live. He was at his truck.
Working to resolve this issue.
This is live. I'm going to catch us up in just a minute.
8% contained.
And we've also learned two people.
Oh, wait now. What?
Still in effect. In fact, that was an extension. These red flag warnings should have lapsed by now, but they decided to extend it until tonight. Let's get over to Maria because she can give us a better sense of how the wind conditions are working in firefighters' favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Those red flag warnings definitely still in effect through 6 p.m. and then they'll reassess. I would not be surprised, though, with the critical fire weather conditions that's still out there, that will be extended yet again. The good news is that the winds have been weakening. Right now, we still get those gusts and those bursts through the canyons and passes, but this is nothing like what we saw earlier this week, and certainly even as late as yesterday. We're still getting some of those winds near 20, 30 miles an hour. Malibu Hills here, you can see it's a little bit stronger gusts through parts of the 5 freeway. If you're headed north towards the Grapevine, still getting some of those occasional gusts. Much quieter through parts of LA County, the Basin. Also some good news out of the Pasadena and that Eaton fire. The winds, generally speaking, are much lighter, so that will help firefighters a lot. 13 miles per hour in Corona. Some of the stronger winds expected to be in the Inland Empire. We've got those gusts still getting up to near 56 miles per hour this morning, but it will continue to diminish this afternoon. That's the good news. The bad news is the air quality is really, really bad, very hazardous and unhealthy. So
I heard last night a lot of people are staying inside. And when they do go out, they're wearing their masks.
Mentioned along with wind warning still for portions of our mountains of LA and Ventura, as well as out towards the Inland Empire. Temperatures starting to warm up, and it will get to those 70s later. Traffic problems out there, a lot of closures, of course, still related to the fire. Samada's got
all the tea in China. Hi, Miss Pinky in chat. Hi, all the tea in China. Thank you for being here. We're just doing updates. And this is, I'm going to show you all.
Fire. Both directions still shut down along PCH, Malibu Canyon
let me
Road,
speed it back
all the
up.
way
This is
into
a
Santa
live
Monica
chat.
Tunnel,
So I'm trying to show from 3 different major news outlets.
Enter that
They're
area,
live.
avoid it. And also the Kenneth fire also has.
I went back a little because I want to let's see this here right quick. Not that. I want to see this.
Pacific Palisades in the fire there. That fire at this hour, only 8% contained.
And we've also learned 2 people have passed away in this fire. Let's go out to Gigi Graciette, who's been covering this for days now. She has the very latest from Pacific Palisades.
Good morning, Gigi. All the tea in China. I'm doing just fine.
2 of the 10 people that have lost their lives in the different fires apparently died because of the Palisades fire. I'm on the 19,000 block of Pacific Coast Highway, and it is just a very long row of destroyed homes, beachfront homes, and across the street, the hillside is charged, and there are more homes that have been lost. Photographer Tony Butita is going to show you a little bit. Take a look right here.
That looks bad.
This car was parked on the street. Now it is collapsed into the home that, of course, also collapsed. And I don't know if our camera's going to be able to pick this up, but it is such a surreal scene to see pieces of these
that car looked like it melted
in the air. And sometimes what
let me make it bigger so we can see it better.
Live cannot be picked up by the camera, but photographer Tony Butita doing his best to try to show you there are pieces of these homes just all over the water, just floating in the water.
Building homes right on the water.
The water continues
in the water. Somebody need this. When this is all over, get out there, boats and ships and clean this stuff up.
Number of homes lost here in
unaliving some of the animals out there.
They say over 5,600 homes in the Palisades fire, but they haven't divided up which home is where. It is just heartbreaking to see. It takes your breath away to think that these were people's homes.
You see that house is right on the water.
The fire Coast
right on the water.
There are cars that are now collapsed.
She said you can't even tell which house is which. They just all burnt together.
There's a garage door
and cars burnt in with the house.
Stood right here on Pacific Coast Highway, stood basically almost where I'm standing.
You see those brick pillows right there?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
cars all over,
holding the houses up over the water.
It is such an eerie scene. And there you heard a fire truck just blow his horn. Camarillo fire crew coming into the area. Just a short while ago, we actually saw Las Vegas Metro Fire. They even sent an ambulance with them. Resources coming in
that's the
from all
road.
over
That
the
house
state
built
and all over
right there
really the world, because today they
on the
confirmed they're
edge.
sending
That
help
don't make
from
no sense.
Canada.
Yeah.
For fire victims,
Why would
whether
somebody
you've
have a
lost it
house
all,
right there?
sadly these folks
And
did,
then
They
right
want
or
that.
you're
down
They
just
the
want that
road.
water
temporarily
view.
displaced,
That's what
you
it's all
can
about. That
request
water
And
help
view.
through
and
FEMA.
God said,
We're
you
going to
ain't.
show you that website right now.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
Disasterassistance.gov.
And they say insurance
disasterassistance.gov,
companies are
and you
dropping
can
people left
apply.
and right.
FEMA
Thousands
requests
of
that
people.
if you have
Yeah,
insurance, this is for folks who
that's
have
what I
damaged
heard.
or
And
lost their
then
properties or businesses. You
one, I don't know
contact
who
them
he was, whether
first
he was the
and then call
governor or
FEMA.
what,
If you're
but
just
he
temporarily
came
displaced,
on a
then you can go
conference,
ahead and
a
apply.
live, not a conference.
Reporting live
They
in
did
Malibu, I'm Gigi Gracia. Back to you.
That's image that you
news
and Tony are
conference
sharing
this
with
morning,
pieces
and
of
said
people's
he was
lives and
speaking of
homes basically
that he's
in the
putting
water
forth
there. And this
a
morning, earlier, when you
policy or
showed that
something,
sunrise
letting
up against
everybody
all the
know that
destruction, so symbolic.
as of that
The
moment, they're trying to
devastation as
stop.
well as
They're
sign of
stopping
hope.
the
Really appreciate you and
insurance
Tony
company
bringing us
from
these
doing
stories and
that
these
for at least
moments
1
that
year,
really paints a picture of just all the emotions
because
people
they
are
was
feeling
dropping them
as
like
we
crazy.
try to
Yeah.
cover the story and
Now,
try to
what
do
is that
justice
in
to
their
these
burn?
people's
That's a new
lives.
I think
spot.
it's really unimaginable
Oh.
that the Pacific
And see,
Ocean is
nothing
now
around it
serving
is
as a
burnt. You see that?
submersible
That's a new
debris
Yeah.
spot.
site.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that a fire that started up in the terrain would now reach the ocean, and the ocean would be impacted as well, with
That's the
people's
winds are
homes
bringing the
and
air.
parts of their lives now floating
The wind
away
would
in the ocean. That is
carry it everywhere.
just a devastating picture that you're painting out there, Gigi.
And
then
if
I've heard
anybody
time and time again that as
need to get through
incredible
that
and
road, they
devastating
won't
as
be
these
able to.
pictures are that we're
No.
showing you time and time
That
again after
area haven't been
neighborhoods
touched
leveled,
yet.
that
It's
if
good.
you're there in person, it
But
just hits you a
you
completely
see that?
different way. It is actually much, much worse than you're
And
witnessing
you got
right here on
homes
TV.
Yeah,
right
Yeah.
it's
Look at
down.
that.
hard to sometimes translate the
Those
images
people
until
better
you're
get
there in
out of
person.
there.
And I know how
Yeah.
They should be
tough
getting
it has
out
been
like
for
now.
all of the crews
And it was,
having
they
to
say it was
cover
so many
this
people
type of a
trying to
story. And you're taking
evacuate,
a live look,
and the
obviously, from
cars was stuck.
Sky Fox
Even the
right
news
there, just
people,
giving us a
people had
scene
to
of
get
what's going
out of
on
their
down
cars and
below
run. The fire was
Palisades
coming.
Fire. Again,
Ah.
I saw that. And
20,423
then you
acres
know what
burned.
happened
At
as
this
the
hour, they're saying 8%
responders had to get
contained,
through. They was just
according to CAL FIRE.
bulldozing cars
You know,
out of the
Yeah.
the
way.
county is
Yeah.
cracking
And they
down
came
on
back,
looting during
those
the
cars was
Palisades and Eaton
burnt
wildfires. And
all
Yeah.
out.
a curfew
Melted.
went into effect last night. It
Mhm.
ended around
Look at
6
all these
o'clock this
cars
morning. And
in
officials
the
say
driveways. Look at this.
so far, 20
Ooh.
people have been arrested for looting in these evacuated areas. Sheriff's deputies are out
It's
patrolling,
like a
guarding
bombing
road
went off.
closures,
Yeah.
enforcing evacuation orders. County leaders are warning looters
It is
will face
heartbreaking.
some serious
Look at there.
consequences.
Let's go over to the Eaton fire right now. Scorching streets, abandoned homes. That's what we're witnessing at this hour. 180,000 residents gone under mandatory evacuation orders.
Well, now the National Guard is deployed to protect the fragile remains of what once was. Let's check in with Mario and see how things are where you are. I see you have a mask on this morning. Obviously, the air quality is just terrible.
Ooh. See
Yeah,
what I
still
got?
that heavy smoke in the air here as the Eaton fire
Yeah.
continues to
Sparkling
burn. Now, you
water.
mentioned the looting. That's Araxia and Sandra has been one of the reasons why
The
so
sparkling
many
water.
residents are reluctant to evacuate and leave all of their belongings
My
behind.
husband put it
Well,
in
take
here
a look
so it
here
can
behind
stay
me.
cool.
The California
Stay
National Guard is now moved
cold.
in to help with wildfire efforts in the areas of both the Palisades Fire and here around the Eaton fire. And this is one of a dozen of these armored military vehicles we've seen in the area this morning. Take a look. They arrived last night. After Governor Newsom's approval, 400 Guard members have now been deployed into these fire zones, and we've seen these Cal Guard members making their way through these evacuated neighborhoods this morning. The purpose to assist law enforcement with traffic control and ensuring these fire zones are kept safe. It comes, as you all mentioned, after 20 people have been arrested for looting in these evacuation zones between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, something the county is confident the National Guard will be able to help prevent.
I mean, right now we could use any assistance we could take because this was devastating. It's a real disaster. I know, like Katrina and all that was serious, but this is probably the closest that we're gonna get the experience to something like that. It's like a movie. That's the best way I can put it. Like from when it was going on to the aftermath, it's just best way I can put it is like a Hollywood movie. That's the best way I can put it.
Think of all the animals.
Yeah.
All the horses, the cows,
Mhm.
animals are all up in there. And they have nowhere to go.
That is why hundreds of deputies
Yeah.
The ones that survive
patrolling these zones
out
Yeah.
of it, they're going to come up in the
California
neighborhoods
National
where
Guard.
it's safe,
Now, again, those mandatory
where
Yeah.
the homes are
evacuations
not
are
burned.
still in place. And Sheriff Robert Luna, a little earlier during that
What
news
were you
conference, we
saying,
heard him say
Justice?
over the
I was
coming
going to say
days,
that they
additional
showed that
Coast Guard
when the
troops will be
Texas
deployed to
Panhandle
these
was on
fire zones.
fire,
Live here in
the
Altadena,
cattle
Mario Ramirez.
were
Back
just
to you.
running wild, trying to
Speaking
get
of
away
that
from the
latest news
fire.
conference,
Right.
Mario, county officials
And just
did
think of those
begin
in those
that
areas
press
there where the
conference this
wild
morning,
animals up in the
apologizing to the
mountains and
public
stuff
as
Right.
now going to be
thousands of
going into
residents in LA
homes
County
and
received numerous
Neighborhoods,
false
yeah,
backyards,
evacuation warning alerts on
swimming
their phones.
pools.
The
yeah.
director of LA County's Office of Emergency Management explains how this
Because at
mistake
my other
was
house,
actually not human driven. Listen.
we always
There
get
is no one sitting
the wild
at a
animals
desk right
drinking
now
from the pool
initiating
and
emergency alerts.
sleeping on the
We have
back
every technical specialist
near the pool and the
working to
patio and
resolve
stuff.
this issue
We
and to
get the
find the root cause.
bobcats,
Mm.
mountain
I
lions,
implore
coyotes.
everyone
They love it.
to not disable
Mhm.
the messages on your phone.
The county acknowledges that these false alerts are extremely frustrating, that reinforcing that if you don't get these alerts,
Wow.
it can be a big consequence, right? It can mean the difference between life or death if you disable it, if you ignore it. Officials are continuing to
Right,
investigate
because
with
you
FEMA.
may
And if you
disable
do
it
receive
because you
another
don't want to be
evacuation warning on
bothered,
your
but
phone,
then they're
they're
trying to tell you
asking
need to
you to
evacuate.
basically
Yeah.
review the
Fire's
map
getting
of
closer. You need to leave. By the
evacuations
time you
to kind of double
Mhm.
check and see, is
look
this
up,
accurate?
it's
Does
right
this
up
make
on you.
sense? They're telling you to go to the website alertla.org, alertla.org, and the maps on that
When I
website are
see
apparently
this,
accurate,
and I just,
according to
even if
them,
it's not even
while the
near me
alerts
yet,
may not
I
be
will be
up. Let me
packing
tell you,
my
first of all,
suitcase. Ain't
yesterday,
Me
I
no,
know
too.
everyone
you
went into
have
panic
time
mode.
to
What was it,
pack
around
your
like a little after
suitcase,
3:30,
Yeah.
pack like
something
you're
like
going out,
that, when we
you know,
all
when you
got
go on
that
a trip.
message.
I
And
Yeah.
pack my suitcase like
there
I'm
was
gone for 2
sheer
weeks,
panic,
Yeah.
of
We
course.
were
or
texting
more.
each other like, did you get the
Pack
alert?
suitcases
Why
and
are
start
we
loading
getting
up the
this?
On
car.
top of
And
that, when I
just
got that
say
alert, I was
if
hearing
if
fire
it
trucks
doesn't touch my
in
house or
proximity
my
to where it was.
area,
So that
well,
really threw me off. And I thought, okay, well,
I'm
and I'm
okay.
looking
I can just
around and I'm like
unpack it.
trying to figure out
But what if you
what in the
do
world is happening.
pack it and
So
you
Yeah.
it
you're
is
glad you
extremely
did? So
frustrating.
I'll be
And I
packing it.
know so
I'll be
many
packing
others.
everything.
Maybe you got
Packing the
one
kids'
in the middle of
clothes.
the night.
Make
People
sure
were
everything
saying
is
they were
ready,
getting them
just
this
sitting in the
morning.
car
We were
loaded.
getting alerts, some of us,
Cases of
during that
water,
press conference,
Yeah.
in fact.
food
So
out of the
this is definitely
refrigerator.
a concerning issue
My
that we
thing
need
is,
to get on
Pinky,
top
is
of and figure
they
out what
have
to
these
do
fires
quickly.
every
Because it's one
year
of those
of
things
some
like,
sort.
you know,
This is
you
just
try
an
to you're not
unusual
going to
fire
take it
here.
seriously
Right.
until
But
it
they
is
have
a
them every
serious
year. Why is
issue,
it
and
that
we
no
should
one
not
has
have
put,
that
and you got the ocean
serious
right there. Why
disaster.
nobody has been drawing water from the ocean and set up irrigation, set
So
up
coming up,
stuff
we
to
have
put
some
out
detail
fires
as
when they
well on the
break
World
out?
Disaster Donation. So
Right.
many people want to help,
And
recovery,
then they
relief
run out of
efforts.
water.
What you see
Yeah.
in your
Star
area,
Yeah.
said the
Amanda
same
has
thing. I was
been
listening to
spending the
some of
morning
the
calling in a tier list,
celebrities.
and she'll have
Mm-hmm.
These was all black celebrities was giving their comments on it, and as they was giving their comments on it, they said somebody suggested. I don't know whether it was the game or somebody. One of them suggested that. Why don't you, if you go to Home Depot, you get a hose and there's an adapter or something you put on it, and you can siphon the water from, put that hose down in your pool. You can siphon the water from your pool to keep the fire from getting on your house.
That's right.
In your house, you can keep your that water running over your house, that long hose up on your roof. Just let it run.
Mm-hmm. But the state of California
Right.
can set in motion water from the river with hoses and stuff
Right.
underground.
Right.
That they could
Water
just
from the
open up a
river,
channel when the
lakes.
fire starts, just like you do, like a ship channel. You just
Right.
open it up and let that water flow through.
Right. That is true. It seems like someone should know, and even if they're too far away from the river, a lot of nice areas got little lakes, because at one of my homes we had a lake that ran by. And that's why we chose this spot. It was a lake that runs from my behind my house, from the side of my house, and goes up under the street to the neighbor's house. The cross in front of me, and then it runs out throughout the neighbor that area where I was. And so if you got, and a lot of places seem like they should know where these little lakes are. So if they run out of water or the pressure is too low from these hydrants, that maybe we need to throw these cycle this water out of these people's lakes, out of their swimming pools. Who got a pool? Have it already, or have somebody on the ground before you. What houses that's not burning real bad, or what house is not burned yet? Do anybody got a pool? Just run through and try to run through the backyard. Have somebody, and if somebody got a pool, put something red or something yellow or something not red because it's fire. Something yellow out in front of that house, and that got a pool, or have neighbors. When this happened, have neighbors to be able to pick up something from like a Home Depot or Lowe's or to put in front of their house, saying they got a pool. So when this comes, they know what houses they can siphon water from. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
It should be a system. And if you got a pool and you know this before it's going on and they haven't gotten to your neighborhood, put that sign out in front of your go out front and put that out front on your lawn saying you got a pool, something. Or if you got a lake right behind you, saying that there's water. And because one actor I did a live on yesterday, he had a pool, but his house burnt down because he didn't know nothing about that. He had a big pool.
That's crazy.
His house burnt down. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You got water in your backyard and you don't know what to do with it.
Right. And when the house burned down, you're never going to come back to that water anyway. The water. So why not use the water? But I will say one thing about that actor. He did save the neighbor's life. He did save his neighbor's life. Him and his wife got out, and then he thought about his neighbor that lives by himself with a caretaker. He was in his phone. They was a little too. They had got on the road, and he thought about it. So he called his son, that neighbor's son, on his phone and asked him, "Is your dad still in the hospital?" Just ask. He said, "No, he's home. He just got released yesterday." Oh Lord. So he didn't know what to do. He was trying to figure out what to do. Found out the caregiver, the fire, whoever told her she got to get out of there. She left, and he was left behind.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? Crazy. But he was left behind. I'm gonna pull this down, and we'll put up another one. He was left behind though, but thank God for the neighbor. He's an actor too. He's an actor. Thought about it. The other neighbor across the street told him that the other neighbor beside him, the older, he's 72 years old, I think, or older. No, 92 or 72, one of them. But anyway, he's left at home. So they went and he asked that neighbor, and that neighbor was trying to save his house by putting water on his house. He stopped and went across the street, and he went in and said he don't see him. He's not there on the phone. And he told him there's a special place behind the island. There's a window. He likes sitting there during the day, and he likes sitting there so he can see outside. And so he went around there and saw the man still sitting in the chair.
Oh,
because he can't get up and walk. He has dementia. So he got him out of there and got him to safety. And so he's in the hospital now. He's safe, nothing wrong, but he's in the hospital because he can't take care of himself. And so that was on my live about the fire. Anybody want to see it? Yesterday, when I went live yesterday about the fire. Yeah.
Well, I know she ain't got no job no more, whoever that caretaker was.
Right. But like the man said, she did what she was told to do, leave. But you can't just leave knowing that I think they told her that they'll come back for him. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, and if you're coming back for him, why do I need to leave? Just take us both together.
Just take us both together. You know, I'm not going to sit there and leave somebody. No, they're going with me. We're going together. We're joined at the hip.
Right. This is something, I tell you.
Here's another live now. I'm going to go ahead and see what they got going on with it. This is another live that's going on. It's live now from Fox. Let me just go ahead and bring it up. And then when I bring this one up, Justice, I'm going to just wait. Let me bring it up. Ooh, I'm just lost it. Okay, here it is. Because I got 3 of them up. I don't want to get one in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it. Oh, I'm trying. I don't want to pull up the wrong one. And I keep them. So this is a live too, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let's listen to see what she's talking about. Y'all can see this live on the side. I'm going to go ahead and let it start. Okay, Justice? Oh, I'm going to mute too, Justice. Don't worry. I'm going to mute too so I can hear it too.
Okay, me too.
Only the folks who worked here, but the folks who came to dinner here. This place was flooded with people leaving flowers and condolences. This was in 2022, just over 2 years ago. And now the restaurant that he and his family owned is gone. Just one of the many, many losses that we're seeing because of the Palisades fire. And that over there was the parking lot. Now you just see ocean water. There was the parking lot where you would obviously park, leave your car for the valet. It has now collapsed down onto the rocks. Oh, that is the latest from Malibu. I'm Gigi Gracia.
I was not familiar with that story.
Right, I know. And as you're learning more about each individual story here of people who have been impacted, it's heartbreak on top of heartbreak because, as you know, everyone is going through something personally, right? And then this happens. So, again, I mean, just for your example of your friend who lost the school, you know, she's dealing with personal health issues, and it's just impacting so many people time and time again.
Well, and as Gigi pointed out, it's not just the business and the business owner. That business employs so many people who now are out of a job. It's just a ripple effect. And that's why, you know, someone, at least a handful of people impacted by this if you yourself are not directly impacted, for sure.
Right. And as we've been reporting since Tuesday, when the Palisades fire ignited, firefighters did struggle to battle the flames. As we saw, the fire hydrants they needed ran dry and water pressure failed them. We knew that much, right? And frustrating as this is, now the LA Times is revealing why. The Santa Ynez Reservoir, which is a critical water source, was empty. The reservoir in the heart of the Pacific Palisades could have been full of 117 million gallons of water, but it had been shut down for repairs. A Department of Water and Power official says the reservoir had been shut down for a while. It had been taken offline because of a tear in its cover. We don't know the exact date it was shut down, but fire officials say it could have helped in all of this, but it wouldn't have stopped the shortages caused by the overwhelming demand. The fire burned through 20,000 acres and destroyed some 5,000 homes, leaving LA's infrastructure struggling against unprecedented flames. So that reservoir is set to reopen next month. Mile after mile of scorched earth, 45 square miles we're talking about of Los Angeles County burned in the worst wildfires Southern California has ever seen.
A lot of boutiques in the U.S. as well as internationally have found us via fair.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 24 hours? That's right. Only 24 hours and your new smile is ready. And with affordable payment options, achieving your dream smile has never been easier. Forget waiting months with temporary teeth or those insanely uncomfortable dentures. Backed by over 20,000 five-star Google reviews and winners of the 2024 Dental Implant Restoration Company of the Year, Nuvie is helping people regain their smiles and change their lives. And the best part, it all happens in only 24 hours. Take the 60-second quiz now to find out if Nuvia dental implants are right for you.
We were doing a live shot for that station a little earlier in the Bay Area. What do you think seeing the National Guard here? You said your parents live up here in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it's really reassuring, extremely reassuring to see the presence out here. A lot of friends whose family have lost their homes, unfortunately, are upset about reports of looters. They've been staying out in their yards to guard their own homes. So for me, seeing this here adds an extra bit of relief to what's going on, because this is devastating. I've grown up here. My friends and family, we spent our whole lives here, and just to see so much of it wiped out is awful. But then the idea that people are even thinking about coming in to steal what we have left is really rough. So I'm glad to see this presence. But what we really want to know is when we can get into our neighborhoods, be escorted in to guard our belongings or to guard what's left. So that's what we're waiting to hear from.
And your family is okay?
My family's okay. My parents evacuated. They're in an isolated neighborhood where so far that neighborhood seems to be fine, but there's been some efforts to fight off fires nearby. We're trying to get information about our particular neighborhood, you know, when we'll be able to get up there, because it's much further up in the hills, and so far we don't have any access to get through. So on one hand, yeah, glad to see this presence here, but on the other hand, we want to let them to let us know when can we get up there to our home.
Yeah, definitely understandable. Thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck to you. And that's what we've seen. A lot of residents here coming up and talking to CHP officers, the CalGuard members, to see when they can get up access into their neighborhoods. And at this point, we really don't know. They've only been letting utility crews and emergency vehicles up. For now, live here in Pasadena, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. We go to Bob DeCastro next. So this morning, the city and county officials held a news conference to update all of us on the fires. And Bob, I don't know if you heard, but we had just finished speaking with you at about 9:30 or so. And shortly after, I got another one of these false alerts.
I heard it in my earpiece, and the strange thing about that is when we had all been asking about why everyone was getting these bogus alerts, they were going off during the news conference again this morning, which was very jarring even for the people who were answering the questions. This is all overseen by the Office of Emergency Management, the emergency alert system, and they said they're on top of it. They're trying to figure out what's going on here, that it's their top priority. They said it's not a human issue, that there's no one pressing the button to send off that alert, but it's some sort of a mix-up with cell phone towers. Now, Mayor Karen Bass was also grilled about this issue, about why people are all getting those bogus alerts, and here's what she had to say.
We have millions of people here who get these alerts. They are ignoring them. You still have red flag warnings in effect. There is a real threat here. What is your message to your constituents who are losing faith? You started this entire press conference
the residents of Los Angeles region to have faith in what we are doing 24 hours a day. I can say on behalf of our first responders, from the fire department, the police department, we are doing everything we can to bring the situation under control.
But as it stands, they even don't have faith in their own system. Last night, those bogus alerts to evacuate went out to 10 million LA County residents, and then overnight, those alerts just kept coming. People receiving those jarring alarms in the middle of the night. The Office of Emergency Management said people should pay attention to those alerts to evacuate. They should go to their website, they said, to verify to see if it's legitimate until all of this is fixed. So I asked, what if people aren't able to go onto the website? What if they can't log on? What should they do? Supervisor Catherine Barger expressed frustration with the answer that people should go onto a website. She says there has to be a better interim solution. Listen.
Bottom line is we are going to drill down, because I too got the alert. I got 2 alerts, and then I got an alert telling me to disregard the alerts. And, you know, as someone who has communities that are on edge, that are lined up, and I'm sure Mayor Gordo has the same situation going on as well. They're on pins and needles thinking that they're next.
The verification, so people are just supposed to go on this website, find this website to figure out if it's real?
I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And
All right, everyone, just a little bit of the Fox 11 coverage also out in Los Angeles as officials were giving the latest updates on the wildfires out in California. Let's go out right now to President Biden. This is tape playback of him inside the Oval Office getting the latest updates on the federal response to the fires.
These fires are mostly spreading out of control. We still got a long way to go, as we're out to hear from the governor and others. And while the winds have died down for the time, we expect they'll remain a threat until early next week. So we're going to keep working 24/7 to support state and local officials to fully stop these fires as soon as possible. Next, we're going to make sure California has every possible resource to fight these fires and help survivors. As soon as the fire started, I approved the Fire Management Assistance Grants, which is a fancy phrase for saying the grants to cover the cost of firefighting federally, and the gear, equipment, capabilities like search and rescue. Then I immediately approved at the governor's request a major disaster declaration, which will pay for things like debris removal, temporary lodging, first responder overtime pay. Both of these, the grants and the declaration, usually cover 75% of the state's cost. But yesterday, I directed the federal government will cover 100% of the state costs for 180 days. I also announced FEMA has turned on its Critical Needs Assistance Program. This program gives one-time payment of $750 to survivors so they can quickly purchase critical items like water, formula, gasoline, and prescription drugs. And survivors should go to disasterassistance.gov or call 1-800-621-3362. We can't help you if we don't know you need the help, so call. You don't know you need the help, so call disasterassistance.gov, contact or call 1-800-621-3362. And I want to be clear, this is not the only aid the survivors can request from FEMA. More programs are going to be available through the disaster declaration, but this assistance that survivors can get now and get it fast. We're also helping state and local law enforcement personnel keep people safe. I've offered Governor Newsom additional support on that front too. For example, the Defense Department, military personnel can help direct traffic, evacuate people where traffic lights have been destroyed. Finally, I want to thank all the first responders. And I often say, God made man, then he made a few firefighters. And these are men and women. The firefighters in Los Angeles are proof of that. The scope, the scale, and the erratic movements of these fires is truly unprecedented. I mean, it's truly unprecedented. And but day after day, these firefighters have been pulling 24-hour shifts, rushing the flames with hurricane-force winds as well, to rescue people, to evacuate neighborhoods, and put these fires out. Now I speak for the American people and I say, we owe you, we're with you, and we're going to make sure you get every resource you need. I want to turn it over to the Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you've said, what we have been witnessing is truly...
Okay, guys, I'm going to, while they talk about that, Justice, I'm back. While they talk about that, I'm going to show, there was a scene I was trying to get back to when we was watching one of the lives. There was something I was trying to get back to so we can see.
Miss Pinky.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to get off for a few minutes. I have a visitor that just showed up. If you still here, I'm coming back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, baby. Hey, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Say hello to your visitor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You need me to drop you down or you are going to drop? Okay. All right. There is something I want to show you all. And we'll just let this play out. There's something I want to show you all. There was a resident that confronted one of the lawmakers, right? And it was in a video. She confronted, I'll just let you see it and who she confronted. And I have been trying to get back to it, doing that live. I tried to forward and go backwards and try to find it and I couldn't, right? on one of the videos. But I happen to be just while I've been sitting here listening, doing some digging, and I came across it. Okay. She confronted the governor of California governor. Okay. So I wanted to see that. So I'm going to show that. All right. Oh my God. That's Bank of America. Look at all them famous restaurants and banks and everything been burnt down. Oh my God. Look at there, guys. This is so heart-wrenching. This is wrenching. Let me just check something. Okay. Now, let me just say this. I think Melanie's supposed to be doing a live today. Yeah, she's supposed to be doing a live today. I got the message, but I've been checking. So far, I haven't seen it because I got her links pulled up here, and I don't see it yet. So when she goes live, I'll let everybody know, okay? She's not live yet. Okay, nope, not yet. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one, update it just to make sure. No, okay. When she go live, I'll let everybody know, all right? Okay, but let's go ahead and see this. This is, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, but I found it. All right. So this happened. Now, everything else I've been showing what has been live footage. Okay. Nothing from days and hours ago. So it's been live footage on the news outlets on their lives, from their lives. But this is not. This is something that happened 19 hours ago, and they happened to show it during one of the lives. And I tried to find it, and I couldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and show it. Okay. So let's watch it. Let me. This is with Sky News. All right. Here we go. Hi, Linda Gamble. Thank you for being here, Linda Gamble. We're covering the Los Angeles, the devastation with all the wildfires. This is live coverage that I'm showing. I've been showing from 3 different big news outlets, major news outlets, their live coverage. So while they're live, I've been showing it through my live. And I got an open panel case. Anybody that needs to speak or say anything, anybody can come up and speak, or if they need to put out a message to their loved ones to let them know they're okay, or they're looking for a loved one, they can do that. They can speak their heart. So I got it as an open panel to anyone that want to come up. But if you've never been up, I may ask you just to show yourself, because we don't want no crazy people showing a naked body. Okay, but I'm going to show this right quick. Linda is speaking to Queen Common Sense and all the TN channel, and hit the like button. And Justice just dropped down for a minute, Linda. She just dropped down from the panel because she had a visitor that just stopped in. But at the link, let me just drop the link again, just in case if anybody want to. Oop, that's not the link. Come up. Now I'm just dropping it just in case before I put this on, because I haven't dropped it in a while. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch this, guys. All right. So because I've been wanting to know what she taught was, because I could see the frustration, and I can see it from that person. And I want to know what she was saying. And I tried to get back to it and I couldn't find it. Support the channel by the way of super stickers and super chats. Thank you, Linda Gamble. Linda is cold. You see what I got on? See here, I got my fuzzy inside. I'm cold. I'm wrapped up, my turtleneck on, my hat on. I am dressed for this weather. Yes, 10 is unalive. That is true. Let me show you a picture, Linda, before I go to that. This is a picture I showed everybody today. This is what one of the stars, you know, the stars in LA, they was talking, doing a, you know, putting their comments about what's going on. And somebody posted this. I can't believe that this is the Pacific Palisades. This is so incredible, heart-wrenching. My heart is aching for all of Los Angeles. But you see the street. It looks like a bomb. Something blew up. Every house on that street, every house next to it, every house on the next street, the next street, the next street is gone. And as far as you can see, far back in the background, where some are still burning, you can see the smoke. But every house is gone. And they've been saying, although they have fires every year, this is a fire that they have never had. They never had anything like this. This is unprecedented. 13. Okay. Thank you, Linda. And I'm casting this from all three of my YouTube channels. Let me just go ahead and play this right quick. Oh, I need to put it up here. Oh, me. Oh, wait, I got the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. I got the wrong one up. I'm still showing the wrong one. This is the one I'm trying to show you is the lady, the resident that was so, you know, well, I'll let you see it for yourself. She confronts the governor, California governor, okay? This is with Sky News. I just keep putting the wrong one up. I'm sorry. Okay. Joyce Pick, thank you for being here. Hello, Pinky and the housewife and everyone. And Taffy, thank you for being here as well. Like I mentioned before you all came in, I'm doing live from California, Los Angeles. I'm not live, but I'm showing live footage from 3 major news outlets. So when we'll go back and forth between the 3. Okay, we'll watch some of this one and then go to another one and go back. But it's 3 of them I'm doing live coverage from. And sometime you'll get a chance to see the live going, or I may make it bigger, but I'm doing live coverage. Okay, so I just want to put that out there so you can see what's happening as they see it in LA, what's happening. Linda said hello to you all. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. This is one piece I wanted to show you because I couldn't find it at first, and I found it. So we're going to listen to this, okay? You can see the California wildfires. An angry resident challenge. Hi, Miss Lady. Come on in. How you doing this morning on this cold morning?
I'm good. Good.
What you got to say? You got the floor.
I live in San Diego, and so yeah. And that wind it's slowed down. In fact, we're under a fire watch too. Okay. And we're on the fire watch until 6 today, but thank God the wind has slowed down some. And I've been trying not to watch it as much because it had me crying. I mean, this is horrible.
Yeah.
This time last year, they had unpredictable rainstorm. It was raining. I don't know if you guys remember it, but we had rain that they'd never seen before. And our church got washed out because of all of it don't seem to rain like it usually, and we didn't have everything was stopped up, like the drainage and everything, because it was all dry. Everything was stopped up, so things flooded. So we had floods. Now, what's going to happen now that everything burnt down like this?
Right.
We're going to get rain. And once we get rain, we're going to have floods. They're going to floods. Right. Things are going to start washing away because there's nothing going to be able to stop all of this.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have floods. Yeah, all the trees are gone. So we're going to have floods. You'll see floods and stuff. And like Monday, they told us Monday. Well, they told us Saturday and Sunday that we're going to have these Santa Ana winds.
Okay.
So Sunday we had the Santa Ana winds. Monday they said we got these winds that they never had. We're going to have these Santa Ana winds, and if we have any fires, they're not going to be able to put some of these fires. They won't be able to put the fires out. They're not going to be able to control the fires.
Yeah, because of these 100 miles.
Right. Because of the winds. And like I say, I'm here in San Diego, and you can hear it. Woo! You can hear the winds. You go outside, you can see the trees. You see the palm trees bending and all like that. Because I'm from Florida, so I'm from the hurricanes town. Right. So I know about all the winds and all like that. So sitting here in California, looking at the palm trees bending and carrying on. So we had all of the wind. You could hear the winds whipping and all of that. Just sitting here looking at the winds. When I went outside, I could see the wind just whipping and just praying, please just don't let us get the fires like they got the fires. And I mean, and I kept saying, and my friends were calling and texting and saying, and I told them, I said, they told us Monday, if they have a fire, they're not going to be able to put it out. And and we kept saying, one of these little clear people, somebody going to start a fire. I know somebody. Well, most of the stuff that like the electrical things in certain neighborhoods, they underground. Most of the things are underground. Thank God for that. They told us we're going to have Monday. Now, Monday, they told us we're going to have brownouts. Okay. And in the mountains in San Diego, they closed the schools because of the winds, and they told us we're going to have brownouts. The schools are going to be closed because of the winds. So
and brownout is what, for people that don't know?
Brownouts they're going to turn your lights out. They're going to have the lights out. That's what they call them, brownouts. That the lights are going to be turned out. Because once the winds start hitting and tearing down once the winds start hitting the poles and all of the cords and stuff, that's where the fires start.
Because they spark fires.
Yeah, all the sparks be shooting and carrying on. See, that's what started most of the fires were the winds. And then you got these little horrible people that do start the fires, because yesterday they caught somebody because I think it's called the Franklin fire. This last fire that they got, that was started. Some of these fires,
one person that the neighborhood was holding into the police or something can get there because he was trying to start a fire. They let him go.
Yes, a lot of these, they start, and some of these people, they start these fires. And like the fire down there in Malibu and over there in Palisades, that was started by the wind. The wind started those fires because that wind, it turns like into the winds that they have when they have those
hurricanes.
Yeah. I mean, the wind, they just take over. They just take over. and there's nothing you could do. Just like I said, I was just sitting up here and you could hear it, this woo, woo. And then I went outside because I was in my house and I heard it. Then I went outside just to look out there and see. And when I went out, you could see the trees just bending and just going and just going.
That sound.
And like today, like I said, today it's a lot quieter. I haven't heard the winds. I went out this morning and it's a lot quieter. The air it's a lot better because yesterday it was I'm 5 minutes from the I'm way down in Mexico. I'm 5 minutes from the border. So I'm near San Isidro. So I had went out, and when I was coming back all over in Mexico, it was the air was horrible because we getting some of that smoke and all that stuff from over there in LA.
So y'all wearing the mask and stuff?
Yeah, we need the mask because a lot of people sick now from whatever this new virus. It's almost like when Trump come in, a new virus came. It's almost like what happened in 2020. We got this new virus.
I just got over pneumonia, and it hit me so hard. I was down for 3 weeks, and it took another week after being down for 3 weeks because I couldn't even talk.
Right. Whatever.
It was bad.
Whatever this new virus is, it's almost take a month, 5 weeks for you to really get over this.
Right. Because I'm still feeling it still today. My throat went out last night again.
But anyway, before they like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they had water. Now they did have water. When Trump and Fox News was saying they didn't have water, they ran out of water, and Trump and them was saying they didn't have water. Well, they did have water. They had water. Well, now here it is Friday. Some places they finally have ran out of water. Some places have. But they had water when Trump and them said they didn't have water. Just like down there in Florida, because I have family still down there, when they were saying that they didn't have, that they weren't, FEMA wasn't helping them people. FEMA was helping people. But then again, you know how Trump and them, they make up stuff. People were getting help. Now, what's going on up there in LA, they had water. But some places now, they have ran out of water. And I had told my daughter, I said, like, we're going to give it about 2 or 3 weeks. I want to go up there and see Sunset Boulevard because it's hard. I can't believe that. When I heard about Sunset Boulevard, that just broke me. I was like, oh my God. Sunset Boulevard. I remember when I first came out here, because I've been out here now 46 years. And I remember the first thing when we came out here, the first place we wanted to see was Hollywood and Vine. I moved out here because my uncle was out here, and I told him, I said, take me to see Hollywood and Vine. Then I wanted to see the word Hollywood on the hills. And then I wanted to see Sunset Boulevard. You know, those were the things the iconic things you want to look at. And now to find out that that's all burned up and gone. But what happened was they told the people to evacuate, and the people blocked the road. They couldn't drive through because the cars had blocked it. And so they had to take trucks. They had to get trucks and stuff. They
bulldozed a lot of them.
Yeah, they had to bulldoze those cars so the fire trucks could get them to clean it up, to get those cars and get that stuff out the way. And I told my daughter, I said, I want to see. I got to go up there. We got to go and see Hollywood Boulevard. I just, it's unbelievable. How that place was burned up. But see, San Diego got burned up like that too about 20 years ago. We had a fire to come through. Yes.
Oh my God.
Sunset Boulevard is no longer. I mean, the houses, all of the stores, all of that stuff is gone. All of that's gone.
Oh my Lord.
And then Palisades was one of the richest. Palisades was richer than Beverly Hills. That's where Ronald Reagan them used to live in Palisades. I used to love to ride through those beautiful houses of glass, and them houses was beautiful, overlooking the ocean. They look better than them houses in Malibu. Malibu got burned up too. Most of them houses in Malibu.
Yeah, I heard
all of that stuff. I mean, all of that stuff.
What do you think about this picture here?
Where is that? What is
this? This is in the Pacific Palisade.
Palisade. That's Palisade.
Palisade. You can
Yeah, that's what that's
Palisade.
richer than Beverly Hills. Palisade is richer than Beverly Hills.
But you see how from block to block, corner to corner, house to house, they're all gone. That
gone. All of that.
All gone. I captured this picture last night. When I saw it.
And then yesterday, when I was watching it last night, when they said it was a fire over there on where did it start with a K? I had to stop watching it. I said, "Oh my God!" Over there where them Kardashians and all of them live. Calabasas. When they showed, because like, okay, I think it was Thursday night. Studio City was on fire, and so we lost some of the stations. Like KTLA stopped. I couldn't watch KTLA. All of that Los Angeles station, I couldn't see that anymore. I had to go to YouTube. I was able to see a little bit because that flicked out, and most of that was stopped because the fire was coming in over in Calabasas. So last night I saw that how they were trying to save Calabasas. That was like, y'all ain't finna burn up Calabasas. They were trying to save Calabasas. I turned it off when they said it was a fire on the edge of Calabasas. I turned it off. I said, that's too much. That's too much. And I just started praying and crying and praying. I said, oh God, please save. This is just overwhelming. And I told my daughter, I said, we got to get us a bag, even though we don't have. And here in San Diego and where we are, everything is good for us. The fire, like I said, the wind has eased down, and we had our little suitcase, like we have, the little overnight suitcase or the weekend suitcase. We had pulled those out. I told my daughter, I said, we always need to have us one halfway, just have it halfway packed with some supplies. So we always have some supplies. And I remember, I think it was last year when they said that they had a tsunami, because they did tell us that they told us to leave when they thought we were going to have a tsunami. And once they said leave, we left. Whenever they say leave, we leave. We don't sit here and watch, because we live near the Pacific Ocean. We like 5 minutes. So when they say leave, we leave. I told my daughter, I say,
packed up. Y'all got something packed just in case.
Just in case. And so when we were watching this thing, I said, we got our little suitcases. They sitting right there. I told my daughter, I said, let's have our little stuff ready. I say, even though they told us that everything all right, let's have our stuff. I said, I got my passport sitting here, because I was sitting here this morning watching these poor people looking, and see a lot of people that they let the people in Pasadena and in Altadena, they told them to evacuate, and that's what they did. That's all they did. They evacuated. They didn't take anything. They just got up and left. They left their meds because they thought they were coming back. And some of them did come back, but what they came back to, and they showed it on TV, they ran back in. Like they showed this one man, he went back to his aunt's house to get their medicine, and he went in the house and then he ran back out. And they asked him why. Well, he ran back out and ran around to the back. And then he got his uncle, and his uncle was like, what's going on? He said, the house is on fire. Ooh, and they had the camera going. And he wasn't able to get all of the meds.
But you know what? You never leave home without your medication.
But they didn't realize it. They just said evacuate. But when they tell you to evacuate, you get everything. And that's what I told my, you got to, when they say evacuate, we need for y'all to evacuate. That means get everything, charge up, and see what they told us this time. Make sure everything charged up. And like, I made sure I even got, and I don't hardly ever use my laptop. I have used my laptop in almost 2 years. I pulled that thing out, and it took almost a day, it took almost 2 hours for that thing to fully charge up, because I ain't used it. And so now I've been charging it up every day. Yeah. I've been turning it on every day. So it's charged up, but I've been turning it on every day. And then I have a little, I got a little tablet. I use my tablet more than anything.
Right.
But I have my tablet, I got my laptop, and I have my phone, and I have all of my things, and I make sure we all have everything sitting out. And I got my passport. I have everything in so I could see everything.
Right.
We got our sweats because it is kind of cool out here. They ain't all super cold like it is everywhere else, but it is cool. And we have everything. So when these folks tell us to go, we got to go. Because if they say evacuate, that means get your stuff. That don't mean just walk out the house.
Walk out the house like you just going to the store and coming right back.
Right.
You don't know when you're going to get back.
Yeah.
You may never get back to it.
That's what happens. That's what I've been watching now. Just by watching these shows, watching what's going on here. And I've been watching a lot of people just packed up. Well, they just left. When they said evacuate, that's what they did. Because this man said they left money. They walked out. He said, because I thought I was coming back.
To me. When you know you have these fires all the time and they say evacuate. Evacuate means take what's important to you. You don't leave that stuff. You take you some clothes, have your bag of clothes, a suitcase packed, have all your medicines ready, everything.
Everything. Get everything, have everything ready.
Put it in the car, have it. I would just put it in the car or have it sitting right by the door. So if I have to, when I open the door, it's going right outside, going in the car, or is already in the car or at the front door.
Have everything ready. And I always have like my little stuff because I go to Florida, like I stay there 3 months. I go stay with my son for 3 months. I'm going in for my birthday in April. You know, me and you, we April babies. I'm the 11th.
Yes, we are.
You the 4th?
No, I'm the 6th, April 6th.
Oh, you the 6th and I'm the 4th.
Right.
Like me, I'm the 1-1. I'm the 4th. 411. I always say 411.
Okay.
I'm 411. And I'm gonna be going down there. I might stay until maybe June. I don't know, but I usually go and stay maybe about 2 or 3 months. I might stay for Mother's Day, but I'm not sure. But I usually go and I stay for a while. And that little bag that I have all my little makeup and all that, that little bag, I always have a bag. That bag I never empty it. I always fill it up. That little bag always stays. So I always have that little bag ready no matter what. That's my little overnight bag. I always have that little overnight bag ready. That little bag ready right now. So if I need to take off and go, I take off and go right now. If somebody say, I need for you to come to Florida because I lost my mom, it'd be 2 years now. And so I used to run back down to Florida. So I always have my little bag ready to go. And like if these people say if we need to go, we'll go. But right now, thing looks okay here in San Diego. Ain't nobody trying to set us no fire because they tell you can't barbecue and you can't do a bonfire, and all these homeless people that's sitting around. See, they can't put that fire in Palisades and nowhere else on these homeless people because a lot of these fires that get started, they put it on these homeless people. I know here in San Diego, we got a lot of folks living alongside the road and all like that.
Sometimes it's just a crazy person that decide they want to set a fire.
Right. And they like to see fires and stuff. And like when you got a Santa Ana wind, and see, I think they say next week, we're going to have some more winds next week. But they always warn you. They always warn you when you got Santa Ana winds, and they always tell you what not to do. So they told us last week that we have Santa Ana winds. And so we'll see. Because they told us Saturday and Sunday we having Santa Ana winds. And Monday, they told us Monday that we got strong Santa Ana winds. And we will have a fire watch until 6 p.m. Friday. 6 p.m. Friday. And they told us San Diego, you'll be under a 6 p.m. watch you'll be under a fire watch until 6 p.m. Friday. So we are under a watch. The winds have quieted down, but those winds were awful. We didn't have them as bad as they had them in LA, but we had them. I mean, you could hear the wind blowing. You could see the wind blowing
like that. That sounds, ooh, Lord.
I mean, you could hear it. You can hear it. And that means when you hear wind like that, all I can think about is one of them little clear boys. They're gonna set a fire. Because they want to see it. They want to see how it happened.
Some people
and
just love fire. They love it's like something that they just want to do. Go burn something down.
Yeah,
and they ain't worried about it's their ego, it's their fascination with it. It's not like they care about the people. Let me just put this in the trash.
They don't realize.
Greta Lee. Hi, Greta Lee. Thank you for coming in. And Greta Lee said that she got.
I saw she have family out here.
Right. Greta Lee, I open it for anybody that also in the bushes too. I open up the panel for anybody to come talk about it. Because I know a lot of Taffy, she lives in California. A lot of people live out there. A lot of people, or if you don't live there, you got family of loved ones. You may want you can see what I'm doing. You may want to leave them a message or something, or reach out. And sometime this is the only way, because a lot of them can't get back to their home because their home is no more. But people always
know.
Right.
I mean, this is heartaching. This is so sad because I mean, a whole town, this whole towns be burnt out. This is so sad.
Okay.
So
Taffy, Greta Lee said she don't know how to come up. And I'm 73 and not 23. I'll hear that, Greta Lee. Let me
okay, click on
Go ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
What
Taffy, tell her.
Okay, click on the word. Okay, when you drop it down, Pinky, drop it down. And then you click on it. Okay, what is this thing telling me? Okay.
Click on the link.
Yeah, click on the link. That's what it is.
Yeah. So click on the link and then it's gonna open up. And then when it's open up, you just it's gonna ask you, do you want to connect? I think something about is because I can't remember. Do you want to connect? Let me do it from mine. I'm gonna do it from one of mine, and then I walk you through it. Let me just pull it up right quick. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the link. So I click on once you click on the link, Greta Lee, then it's going to say entering the studio.
Right, yeah.
And then it's going to ask you, enter studio. You're going to see a blue bar that says enter studio or continue or something like that, isn't it, Greta? And then once you click on that, then you just follow along. It's going to say continue or whatever questions it's going to ask you, just follow along. Let us know how you're doing.
Then it say you're in the show.
Oh, you're in the show. And then thank you. And then when you get in the show, then I can see you. Nobody else can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want nobody else see you trying to come up but me, because you'll be in the green room, what they call the green room. So you'll be in the green room, just sitting until I click you up. I'll click you up in.
And you might have to push it all the way up, because when I first started, I couldn't come in. I thought I couldn't, but then I didn't push it all the way up. Once you push it all the way up.
Hi, Greta.
She's in. There she is.
Yay!
Yeah,
I see her.
She's in.
A round of applause.
Yeah, she's in now.
Greta, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Greta?
I'm on TV.
Yeah, you in now.
You did it. You did it, Greta.
Can you see me?
We see your G.
Well,
I see your
avatar. I see your avatar. It's a green circle with the letter G in it. You did it. And
you in.
Perfect. You're in.
Okay.
So that means everybody see you. So look, Linda Gamble see you up here. And that means when Debbie watch this, she's gonna say, Greta Lee up on Pink is live. And Sassy T gonna say, Greta Lee, now I'm gonna bring up on my live now. And then Cheryl gonna see you.
You in now, Greta. You ain't got no more excuse.
Tell to sit down when she see you up on this live.
No more excuses, Greta. You know how to get in now. You in.
But I don't know if I don't know. Kind of, sort of.
Go ahead. The floor is yours, Greta.
Pinky, can you see my face?
No, I can't see your face unless you want me
your
to see
avatar.
your face.
We see your avatar. We don't see your face.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I don't see your face. And normally when a person never can't come up, I always have them to show me their face. And when they do, nobody can see them but me. But because I knew this was you coming up, because you had already told me you didn't know how to do it. So I knew you was coming up. It wasn't a fake person trying to pretend like they're you. You know what I mean? So I knew it was you. So I'm glad. So you said you got family there. Talk to us, Greta. The floor is yours.
Have you heard from your family?
Oh yeah, they're doing fine.
Yeah.
So when the last time you talked to them? Today or yesterday? Did you talk to them today?
I'm calling today.
Oh, you're calling them? You're gonna call them today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I've been texting because I love texting.
Okay. Well, we're glad that they're doing okay and everything. And what part of California they live in?
She said they're in San Diego with me.
They're in San Diego?
Yeah.
Ooh. I wonder how far they from Taffy. Do you know how far they're from you?
I don't know what part they're in. I'm in southern. I'm down here near the border.
Are they near the border, Greta Lee?
I don't know what part they're in.
Okay, you don't know.
I'm like what it's called, like in Imperial Beach. I'm right out here near the beach. I'm near San Isidro. I'm deep in. I'm right near the border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm near the border.
Okay, but Greta, since you're up here, I'm going to play this so we can talk about this lady. This is a resident challenge the California governor. You just sit tight, okay?
Okay.
Don't do nothing to knock you out off. But you know how to come back up. I'm going to play this right quick. This is only let me see how minutes. This is only about 3 minutes and 53 seconds. She is.
They mad at the governor.
Mm-hmm. Is he?
Well, Trump,
we're going to talk about
Trump
that.
Trump trying to turn everybody against him. I ain't falling for it. It's not his fault. He can't help the win.
Right. Or some crazy person that decide they want to do something to help the fire along. Can't help that. Didn't know Mother Nature going to do what Mother Nature do. Okay. Let me go ahead and let me see can I find it. Okay. Wait, let me I got it somewhere. Okay, here it is. Let me go ahead and play it.
Evacuation order for Malibu, east of Las Flores.
As the emergency alerts continue unabated across Los Angeles, Rachel is returning to the Pacific Palisades.
Oh, 719 Island Street, gone.
It's been home her whole life, but she barely recognizes it.
Apocalypse.
Around every corner, almost complete destruction.
This was a little cooking store thing. This is a parking lot for a center.
Firefighting planes bringing water from the ocean to tackle the blazes still raging in all parts of this city. Growing too is anger at a perceived lack of preparedness by authorities.
We shouldn't be seeing this. This is where people need to wake up. Because if you're voting and you're picking people for softness or for the fuzzy feeling you got because they seem like they're good people, I want to know that we're going to have someone in charge.
Then Rachel spots a face she recognizes.
Is that Gavin Newsom? That's the governor. That's the governor. Governor, I live here, governor. That was my daughter's school, governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is being criticised by some for water mismanagement as hydrants ran dry while fires multiplied.
So I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that. I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
Diminishing winds are bringing some respite for firefighters, but it's likely to be brief. As estimated losses surge, there is still zero containment of this fire. Officials say they don't know the death toll. Dogs will be brought in to search this rubble for fatalities. Jeffrey and his partner Nicole are returning to their seaside community, once a little slice of paradise.
Each one is an individual neighbor. So this was my dearest friend, Gayleen, who I've known for my whole life, 35 years. That was our clubhouse where we would play pool every Friday. That was Ben's house. These are like my closest friends here.
They sift through the dust. In a plastic box, everything they can find. A turtle figurine, a garden gnome, a house name plaque. It's very little, but in a place where the loss is so huge, it means so much.
Okay. That is awful. That is awful.
That is horrible. That is horrible. And see, we've been in a drought. We've been in a drought too, because it hasn't rained since May in LA. May.
I hadn't heard that.
And it has not rained here.
Let me just wait, Greta Lee. Not Greta Lee. Greta Lee, I see you drop down. You can come back up whenever you get ready, okay? And yes, there's a lot of snow in Texas. It's a lot of snow here. But you can come back up when you and if you need help, just put it in the chat. We're gonna help you to get back up. But she did it, didn't she, Daffy? She did it.
She sure did. She sure did.
Can't say you 73. You're 23 now. But you did it.
And how about we ain't had no real rain here since October. I mean, that gonna stay on the ground. Real rain. We haven't. It'll drizzle. We'll have like a little spit or drizzle, whatever. But we ain't had no rain either. It's been dry. California has been dry. So where is the rain? Where's the water gonna come from? Out of the ocean? It's been dry. So we knew that it's gonna be bad every time. It used to be fire season. It's no more fire season. It's fire year round. It's year round fire season because we don't have a rainy season anymore because of the way they claim the climate, the way the climate is. And oh boy, that's coming in 10 days. He don't believe in the weather. He don't believe that.
I know that, Greta. Taffy. He don't believe in none of this stuff. So,
right,
you know
because
we're gonna have to fend for ourselves.
We really are. We really are going to have to fend for ourselves because he don't believe in none of these things. And he has already said he's not going to help California. And we already know we're in a drought. We already know we got year-round fire. We in a year-round fire season. And it's already bad down there in Florida because each year that they have a hurricane, well, last year they had 2 of them. And each year they're getting bigger and stronger. The weather has changed. The weather is not the way it used to be. And it's snowing, and it's snowing where it used to didn't snow. Like in DC, they said like this is the first time in 5 years or something. The way the snow is, snow is different now. They were saying how things are. It's bigger snow, it's heavier snow.
You know what I noticed that ever since I told my daughter this too, and I said all the time, ever since we had that eclipse last year, and I know it was changing anyway, but since that eclipse, it have not been the same. Nothing has been the same. Nothing. It's been just like crazy. Oh, let me make this smaller for a second. It's been just crazy, and I'll be wondering because we never had a winter. This year we didn't have no winter. All during Christmas, Thanksgiving, and October, November, December, all in through January. Well, just now, but anyway, it's been 70 and 80 degrees. Something is wrong with this picture. And now then Texas, from the East Coast all the way through Texas to California, every no matter what time zone, what state you in, you got bad weather, whether it's or something is going on. You got something being affected by Mother Nature, no matter where you live.
You're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. And then what's so weird about it, I don't know if 2025 came in, and it came in horrible. I mean, look at all the bad things that's happened. And how many days? I mean, it came in with somebody came in killing up people.
You got to say unaliving.
Unaliving people. The guy drives a car into the building in Vegas, and yeah. I mean, yeah. And then the fires and Mother Nature.
We were celebrating on my live with bringing in 2025. That was this crazy old man in Louisiana decided to drive his white pickup truck. He was from Texas. Drive his white pickup truck around the barricades and have also a pow with the police, but drive and at high speed. He wasn't driving people down. He was mowing them down. Like, yes, that's crazy.
It is. And it came in like that.
Too. What was the other thing? I heard it, but I can't.
And then a guy came in with one of those Tesla trucks or cars or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And he filled it up with explosive and drove it into a trunk to that building in Vegas, that Trump building in Vegas, and tried to blow that up.
Ooh.
And that was a day after that. And then somebody in New York went down to Times Square and did some, I think he shot up he hurt up 10 people down there.
Yeah.
Pop out 10 people down there. And it was like day after day after day, things were happening. And then Mother Nature decided to get in on it and decided to have snowstorms. And then
Mother Nature is trying to wake people up and say, I'm going to give y'all something to focus on. You're going to focus on me right now.
And then we got whatever this new, you getting pneumonia and whatever this other thing is at the same time. Because some people have pneumonia and this new virus at the same time. Or they have flu and pneumonia
at the same time. Because I know Queen Common Sense was sick before I was, and then Linda sick after I was. But I'm still feeling it, and it takes a while because I just started going back live a week ago myself, because it takes a while to get over this.
Yeah, it's just like whatever it is, it's happening in 2025. 2025 is going to be a year. Well, this whole we got 4 years of things. We got 4 years, but this is the beginning of a new world order.
New world order.
Yeah. Scorched earth. Really, that's what's happening in California. Scorched earth. And we watching all of this.
It had to dry up everything first by Mother Nature, drying up everything first. Make sure there's no water nowhere. And
is this live? What we watching? Is this live right now?
Yeah, this is. You can tell by the over to the right. You see, I'm going to type something in here so you can see.
Okay.
I'm typing something in here. Prayers going up.
Oh gosh.
Prayers going up, and I'm going to put on emoji so y'all can see that this is live. See, let me make sure I got everything. Okay.
Where is this?
I just put you see me in there where it say Pink Global?
Yeah.
Pink Global
I've noticed that these fires are all kind of like, they're in LA County, but they farther north. They farther north up into they're not in like Compton and they're not down there in the hood. They farther north.
What you trying to say? They're in where all the money is.
That's exactly where them fires
That's what you're trying to say. They're where
but that's sad though. I mean, they're in different areas. They're in different areas. That's right. They're not. Yeah, they're in different areas. Because I was watching it. I was
just sitting here. There was a neighborhood we was watching live this morning. Area where I don't know how it happened. A big embers must have came from the wind and just started burning another area that they haven't been touched yet. And they're not too far from it, down below, a lot of houses. It's like if I see that, the minute I see it, I'm packing. My stuff is packed and I'm getting on out of there before it gets bad. Yeah,
I know. It's like every year I always try to plan me a girl trip. I try to get my girlfriends from Florida. I said, come on. I always wanted them to come out here so we could get on the train and do a girls trip. And I was trying to get my daughter-in-law. I said, okay, you got to try to plan me a girls trip. I try to get my girlfriends to come out here so we can get on a train and we go to Santa Barbara. And the trip that I want to do is we come here to San Diego and then we take a train, go to Santa Barbara, and we're going to go up to San Francisco, go up to the wine country and spend the night up there and then go to San Francisco and hang out up there. But each time we would try, it would be a fire. Because one time the fire burned up, that's when they had a fire up there in San Francisco and burn up all that up there. Remember they had a fire up there and burn up all of that stuff up there. So we couldn't do that then. And all of that's trying to grow back. And so I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, so hopefully we could try to get a trip to go to Santa Barbara. And now here, this fire coming up here. But Santa Barbara is, I'm looking at it. It's sitting up out there. But it's not, I don't know.
I don't think you're going to make it.
I don't think so either, because if they don't do the Santa Barbara, they keep talking about, well, what about an earthquake? What about? I say, I ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't know when an earthquake coming. Just come on out here and we could do a train trip and go up to the wine country. That's all I'm trying to let us do is do a wine trip. That's all I want us to do. It's a wine trip. No, we can't do that. So now they talking about the fires. Now they worried about the fires. That's what they keep texting me about, the fires. And I'm like, oh, be quiet. I didn't even talk about a trip this year. I'm not going to even talk about a trip this year. No.
Well, I'm hoping that you all get a chance to do your trip.
I know. I really would like for us just to do a trip. It would be so nice, but maybe we could do a Catalina trip. That's what we can go to Santa Barbara, because Santa Barbara is beautiful. We could do Santa Barbara and then get on the boat and go over to Catalina. Maybe we could do that.
Lord, yes.
Yeah.
My kids love going over to Catalina.
Yeah, and it's beautiful with the blue water. Oh, the water is so pretty. Yeah.
Whenever we're in California, they love that.
Yeah, I like to do that one too. They've never done that one, so I think we might have to do that. Now it's like my one of my friends, they kind of like a settle. I said, well, not really. If we go when it's a concert, maybe we could do when they have like a jazz concert, because sometimes we'll go over there when they have like a jazz concert, and we could do something like that. But
last time we was in California, before C19, we was all there. My husband, when we travel, we take the whole family. We don't just take one. We take everybody, their friends.
So now y'all got to bring Phoenix.
We load them all up.
Y'all got to bring Phoenix now.
Yeah, sure is. Well, we just come from one not too long ago with Phoenix on his first trip when he was maybe 6 weeks old. But he's 9 months now. But my husband, we was in California. My son and husband was in this boat, right? And my husband had his cell phone with him, and it dropped.
Oh no!
He dropped it, and it dropped in the water, and went all the way down. And he lost his cell phone. Oh Lord! And we haven't. And that was the cell phone loss. And I said, you don't ever pull your cell phone out hanging over water.
You sure don't.
Oh Lord. But he dropped it. He dropped that cell phone. Oh Lord. But
now that's at night. That's at night. That's horrible.
Let's see what they're saying.
Until the big guns come back.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Heavy lifting to try and prevent any more forward progress.
Yeah, that's at night. I think we've seen this, but it's alive though. See?
Now that could be because sometimes it get dark when that. Oh no,
alive.
It's just it. Oh gosh.
See, you can tell.
That fire has a mind. That fire and the wind. The fire and the wind have a mind of its own.
Yep. Yep. And I want to ask you something. There's one spot in this one here that Queen and I was looking at, and we couldn't. And who was that? Somebody else was in here. We was trying to figure. Justice. Justice was up on the panel before you came up. There was an area that I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's trees. I don't know what it is, but it's an area where everything is just laying down. Let me see. Mr. Ellis, thank you for being here. 8 celebrity homes wiped out. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Weird. Hey,
Beyonce mom lost her house. Beyonce mother lost her house.
She lost hers. And it was some, I was listening to one of the, who was that? Oh, I wish I can go back and find it. It was on, they was naming some of the celebrities that lost their homes. Welcome to the Pink House, Javier.
Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton lost her house. Beyonce mother lost her house.
Home.
Oh yeah. Palisades, them houses up there in Palisades were beautiful. $1 million houses over there on Malibu. Good God. We just go some days when I have some friends in if I'm here for the 4th, I like to go to Long Beach. I have friends in Long Beach. And I usually spend the 4th of July in Long Beach. And we go up there and I like to ride around Palisades and look at all them beautiful houses.
Well, you're gonna have to come and ride by and look at my house.
I will. I want to meet your grandson, and I want him to meet I got me a grandson. My son and his wife had been married 11 years. And they finally had them a little grand boy. And of all names, his name is Miles. Little Miles. And little Miles got him a little passport. Now Miles is a traveler. They took Miles to Disney World in London. In Paris. So he travels now. They just got back on the 2nd. Okay. And they had asked me to go, but I told him it was too cold. I don't want to go in the cold. I went with him when last year they took him to the one in Orlando. So he went to that one. His mommy said he going to every one of them. I said, when y'all take him to the one in Japan, if y'all go in the warm, I'll go with him in the warm. But I don't want to do no cold stuff. My bones ache. I don't like no cold stuff. Take me to the one in the warm. I'll go to the one in the warm. Yeah. I told him about your little boy. I said, yeah, my friend Pinky got a little boy, and he can ride his little bicycle. He's talking and he's doing things. Yeah. And I said, y'all got y'all little Miles. I said, this little boy travels too. Right. Phoenix, well, he only went to one place so far because I've been too sick. I've been too many broken bones. Because I had a lot of broken stuff. From one thing to the next thing, I'm always got something I got to get healed up or surgery on or repaired or something. I don't know why, but 2025 going to be my year of no broken healing. Bones. This is your year of healing. No more broken bones. Your year of healing. Right. I'm not going to break nothing. I'm not going to pull no tendons no more. None of that. This is your year of healing. Now tell me, Miss Pinky, how does him and the dogs get along? Because our little boy loved dogs and his mama's scared of him, so he can't have one. His uncle got dogs. Well, see, he grew up with the dogs, my Bella, because I got two Husky. Right. Yeah. And then Ozzy. So he grew up with them. They was there before him. So right. He doesn't play with him. He doesn't touch him. Only one he may touch is maybe Bella. He grabs Bella's ear or her mouth or he doesn't do it for because he does it out of just and be actually hurting Bella, and Bella just have to take it. But he thinks, he looks at him crazy. He has a poker face. He stares when they be barking and talking. He just stares at him, don't blink an eye. He don't blink his eyes. He don't smile. He just stares at them, giving them that look. And then they put their head down, cower down, and shut up. Because he runs over them. He's been riding that bike. My son had him on his bike when he was 2 months old. Around 2 months old, 2 or 3 months old. So he's been riding that bike where he couldn't ride it. My son would hold him on it, pushing him through, pulling him through the house on it. Now he can do it by himself, and it has no training wheels on it. So he can ride it by himself. He rides it by himself. And he started riding that before he started walking. My son would put him on it, and he starts riding. He started doing everything. He can count. He started that, I think, at maybe a few weeks old from the hospital. He knows, you tell him one, he'll put up one finger. My husband would do this one, and he'll put up one. He'll take his hand, raise it up, and put up one. My husband say two, he put up two. And then, so you be talking to him, my husband say, Phoenix, put up one finger, one. Then he'll just take his hand, put up one. My husband, and sometimes he'll trick him. Two, he'll put up two. And now he's been trying to say it too, but he's been saying words. He looked at like he's as soon as he came from the hospital, everybody thought, even at 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old, they thought this was a 3 or 4 month old baby, and we had to tell them, no, this is a newborn. He's barely a week, or he's barely 2 weeks old. They thought he was a big baby. No, he ain't that old. He just looks that old, because when he came, he was 3 months premature, 3 weeks premature. Oh, wow. But he never went to the NICU. When he came out, he was long. When I first saw him, I said, Lord, this child got some big feet and big hands. And still today, when I see him, I always say his hands are so big. He got some big old hands and long arms.
and long feet. That's why he can ride his bike, because
yeah, he a big boy, huh?
Right. But he's slender. He got muscles. He built like my son, and his uncles. All my brothers are long, tall,
lanky. He a little lanky boy, huh?
Yes, yes. And
you know what, Miss Pinky?
Is 3 months old.
Miss Pinky,
taller than his cousin.
Miss Pinky, me and you gonna have to. Miss Pinky.
Yes.
Me and you gonna have to call each other, pull to the side, and talk about our little grandchildren. Now we got to get back to this, because folks ain't gonna want to hear us talk about these grandbabies.
I'm just gonna show everybody a picture of him. Then but there was some haystacks or something while we was talking, and let me let the play for this right quick. But I'm gonna just pull up Phoenix so y'all can see what Phoenix. This is him at I think 6 weeks old. Let me I'm gonna just bring up his picture so y'all can see him. He's on a short. I have to remember where I put it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna play the volume to this right quick so y'all can hear what's going on. Oh, it is. It is. It's just no. They're not speaking. See, you can see it. It's not muted because they are flying over. Let me just. Yeah, that's my baby. Phoenix is my baby. Oh, here he is. I'm gonna. Oh, wait. I'm gonna just do this right quick, and. Oh. Here it is here. That's baby Phoenix.
Oh, he's so cute. I see he look all tiny on there.
Yeah, he was barely a month old. He was just over a month.
On camera.
Yeah, just woke up too.
Hi guys, this is baby Phoenix on camera.
Look at that. 4 weeks old. He's 4 weeks old.
Hi guys, this is baby Phoenix.
4 weeks old.
On camera.
So this is him at 1 month old. That's him at 1 month. And he's opening up his mouth. And right now, if you and that's there was no light on, barely any light on in the house. That was just coming from the windows. But something else, and he got the prettiest hair. His hair, I just love combing it. Now it's lighter than that. Now it was dark, but now it's same color as his mama's hair, because his mom is white. Yeah, and you can't see it because this is darker, but he's whiter than his mom, actually, because she get that all the time, because she said people ask her all the time, why is he whiter than her? But he got same color hair as hers, and it's real light, and then it looks in the back is a lot of blonde hair from it's a blonde and another light color mixed, light brown. He got brownish. Yeah, but that's him. So let me get Phoenix off the screen. But guys, that's Phoenix. That's the baby of the year. And my son said every time he takes him out with him, people be wondering, give him those looks, as he be they be wondering who baby he got, who baby in store.
Who little boy that is, huh? Who little baby that is, huh?
Right. Yeah. They be looking for a mom, but they don't ever see mom, because he got the baby every day with him. Yeah. So so they always be wondering. And Phoenix is not a baby just gonna just be quiet. He looks and he grabs at everything and wants everything and wants to sit on everybody. He's everywhere. He's walking. He runs over all the dogs. He runs over them. And
he's in charge.
Yeah, he takes charge. But here's one fire. I've been doing from 3 different stations. So I'm going to, this is one, I think we've seen this one here. So I think they got a news conference going on right now. Yes, they do on the other live now.
KTLA? I usually be watching KTLA when I be watching. I watch KTLA.
Okay, I'll pull that one up too.
Yeah, that's the one that
too. Let me just KTLA.
Yeah, that's the one I watch.
I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put it in here. You said KTLA?
Uh-huh.
Is that 5 News? KTLA
yes,
5 News?
Yeah, KTLA 5. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here it is, right here. Wait, let me pull this down and let me get this one out of here, and then I'll pull them in. Let me see. Ooh, girl. Yes, it's burning. It's burning. Let me see. I'm trying to well, let that add. What did I do? Okay. That's the other. I made a mistake and hit the wrong one. Like always. Okay. This is KTLA 5 News.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Is this a local one near you in your area that you watch?
That's the one that's in LA. I can get
LA?
that one. I like that one.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put it in my description, because I always put it in that information in my description box.
I just like that one because that one kind of tells, it get the local folks. Yeah, that's kind of like the local folks.
Okay. So get the local news for everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The folks in Crenshaw and in the hood, and it get everybody.
Okay.
That people tried to get out down the road on the wrong side of the road too. And this is where you can still see all these vehicles that just bailed right in the middle of the street. There are cars here. There are cars parked all along the sidewalks.
People got to move their car.
Apparently parked their vehicles and just walked out on foot in that
That's
massive traffic jam we saw.
They parked their
when
cars
people were leaving.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
And it didn't stop there. Take a look. It goes up Palisades Drive. You see all of these vehicles just left. I haven't seen anything like this. I was pretty surprised.
That's why
now if we walk up, if we pan up, you can see there are still some of these palm trees that are on fire. Andre, if you pan up with the camera, earlier on Palisades Drive, further down the street, we saw palm trees on fire.
The fire department from helping folks.
Right, and they did show where they were bulldozing.
They're like right there. They're still burning, and that could be a source of ignition for other little fires.
I mean, Sunset Boulevard of all places where Baby Jane and everybody got discovered and everybody be on.
Totally thick with smoke.
They're talking about this street here.
I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera,
but
in the hills over to the left, we've seen that.
I don't know. I'm not sure where that is because Sunset Boulevard is burned up.
Vehicles come down the street.
That's in somebody's neighborhood.
This neighborhood looks like it's been
police vehicles in this.
It looks kind of rough right now.
Did you see where they over 100 people? See, now that's the station where they show over 100 people got out of cars and started going in people's houses. The houses that people had left that wasn't burned up. And start robbing people's houses.
Traffic congestion on Palisades Drive. It seems that on the one side of the street it's really cleared up. On the other side of the street there are still cars that have just been left. So it's a little bit of a mess to get through, but
They
but,
have started,
it's not
people
jammed with
have
cars anymore.
started
John, it
coming
looks
in
like that actually
groups.
I'll send it back to you
you
guys.
could
in a
actually
I'm
second.
gonna try
get
to pull it
through
up and see why
if
this
you
is playing. Let
drove
me type
from
it in.
the top of the hill there. Thanks for doing that, because a
They
lot of
done
folks were
start
like
going
not
in,
willing to
going
take a
as
chance.
groups of
Yeah, was
fools
that
Right,
one?
and now it looks
with
like
their little
it's a good time
mask
to do
on
so.
and taking out
Yeah, that
people
one woman we were talking
flat
to earlier.
TVs, taking
Yeah,
their
she was afraid to
jewelry.
leave, and
They're going in
we
empty
told her
houses. And
road's
the
clear, get
police,
out.
like a
Yeah,
group of people,
exactly.
these
Because
people
once the
saw
sun
what was
goes down,
happening,
things are
and
going to
the
get a
police
little
came up,
tricky.
but they couldn't arrest
Jean Kane, can
everybody.
you hear us?
They only arrested about 20
Hi,
people,
Jean.
and they didn't have enough of policemen.
Jean.
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Lou.
Hi.
Yes.
These
Well,
people are out of
So
control.
this is a situation here. I
I'm
apologize
trying
once
to
again. It's
pull
very
it
hard
up.
to hear. A lot of stuff going on here. This is a bit of a chaotic situation. And I keep on saying that. That's because once again, you see the
This
traffic
is
out here.
crazy.
This is, I would say, the next phase. Police officers earlier, they cleared out all of these roadways here. This is Palisades Drive by the Highlands community. This is Sunset as the traffic as well as fire trucks are trying to head on down the hill as safely as possible in this wind-driven fire to PCH. They're trying to get in the direction of the ocean and then get out of this area.
Oh,
But
the
as you see,
ocean?
more cars are
Is
coming
that so they
through,
can get
and that's
water?
because what we've noticed is that the police officers,
Pacific
phase
Coast
one,
Highway,
what they did was clear out the
PCH,
roadway
Pacific Coast
to make
Highway.
sure everyone got out as quickly as they could. And then anybody that was at the top of the hill, condominiums, homes, apartment buildings, anybody that was still up there kind of just sheltering in place and praying the best would happen. Well, this is the next section of that. So that's phase two. They're letting all of these people out. But it's one of those situations where
Gave me a
we have a
new
convergence of
channel
fire trucks, police
keep track of
officers.
this,
There are
what's
palm
going
trees
on.
that are on fire, all covered in
KTLA
ash.
5.
There are flying embers, and we are in the thick of things, you could say.
I just
As of right now, there's
made a
so much
note.
smoke out here.
This
It's
is
very
a
low
great channel.
visibility,
Thank you,
horrible
Tappy.
air quality.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
one
the
of those
other
situations
side
you've
of the
been seeing
city.
some homes
That's the
on
other side
fire,
of
and then even a
Palisades.
senior citizens
The other side of
community. As I spoke to someone earlier, she was in
the
just a rush. We understand now she is
Boulevard.
safe. She was leaving out of her
Okay.
car, but you're noticing these cars. This seems a little more controlled than about 2 hours ago when people were just ditching their cars, as Lauren Lister has been showing you. We showed you earlier as well. People took their keys, they left their SUVs, their pickup trucks, their cars, and they just got out of there. I think that was because they were just so scared and did not want to be so close to this fire, which is understandable. But that caused a traffic nightmare. This one, a little bit more organized. As you see, police officers are directing this
See,
steady
they
flow of
did that the
traffic.
other day.
With so many homes and
Oh,
businesses
okay.
lost, we are already putting plans in place to make sure that we aggressively rebuild. My office is leading the city effort to clear the way. Red tape, bureaucracy, all of it must go. This will be an enormous undertaking, but we will be ready for it because we will not rely on the old way of doing things. For this recovery, we will have, like we have done in other areas, we shake up the system and move forward with new strategies and policies. I don't believe that there is anything that Angelenos cannot do if we stand together.
Okay, it's spinning right now.
They had to put them on a curfew because they was robbing those empty rich houses.
Okay. That's sad. People coming
That
in.
is. And they knew better. I mean, what happened is they realized all of those people were at those shelters, and it was like, oh wow, ain't nobody in the houses, and those houses and the fire trucks and everything are gone. Nobody's in the neighborhood. Everybody gone. So let's go. And then I mean, it was like a group of them. It was a carload of them, and so happened the news people over there in Studio City, because that's in Studio City. KTLA was over there, and KTLA then was standing up there talking to some people because people came back to check on their property. Right. And they saw these cars pull up. California. And they pulled up and they start going in people's houses. And you see them coming out of these people's houses with flat screen TVs and everything.
Look, these are some of the areas.
Is live in the Pacific
Palisades
Palisades area, joining us live this morning. Sunny, how are the conditions on the ground?
Can you hear that
What is the
good,
situation right
Taffy?
now?
Is that loud enough?
Well, Sylvia,
Well,
it's
I
not
don't, I
over yet,
can't.
but we are 8%
Yes, I hear it.
contained, which is 8%
Okay.
more than where we were
Look at
yesterday. It is
look
very
at but
ashy.
what's
It is
behind
very
It's
her
low.
though.
atmosphere,
It's low,
very
but I
hazy.
hear
You
it.
can still smell the
Okay, let
smoke
me
through
turn
the
it up. You
mask, but
see
I
what's
am very
behind
thankful for
her?
this mask. As you can
Nothing.
see to my right, this is one of the hardest hit Palisades Fire. A lot of the neighborhoods in this area all look like this, with a lot of debris on the ground. The trees are charred, just standing chimneys, skeletons of the car, and also a lot of firefighters are stopping by recently to check in on the smoldering that is happening, so that when the winds pick back up, if they do, that those will not start even more fires. Sylvia?
Sonny, I understand that a lot of people have been getting false alerts. My daughter is fortunately in a safe zone, but she has gotten 3 false alerts telling her that she needed to evacuate. I understand she is one of many people. What's going on? How is that happening?
Yes, a lot of people in the Los Angeles County have been getting false evacuation alerts. And yesterday, they came and said that was a technical error and that was only meant for people affected by the Kenneth fire, which is one that popped up yesterday in an area that is not too close, but not too far away from here. And this morning, residents in Beverly Hills were also getting alerts at 4 a.m. to evacuate. And the county again said, you know, that was an error. You do not need to evacuate. And so a lot of people obviously are very frantic and anxious during these times. And those alerts don't help. The county is now investigating with FEMA to see what is happening and how they can take care of this so that will stop happening.
I understand looting, sadly enough, has now become a problem. Give us an update on that.
Are they talking about it, Taffy?
It's just an awful scenario where everyone is evacuating and people are coming in to, you know, take things. And yesterday where we were actually, a lady who was walking back to her house that was still standing, thankfully, she said she saw looters stealing people's cars. And so hundreds of National Guard members have been deployed to help out
Stealing
with this,
cars.
also to help
They must be
local
hotwiring those cars.
but to hopefully lessen that looting, as well as a curfew has been instilled from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. LA County Sheriff's Department said people who are found in those mandatory evacuation areas during those times can be arrested.
All right, Sunnyside, thank you so much for that.
Walk into your house and take your stuff. That's exactly what they do.
To provide support for victims of the California wildfires. If you'd like to donate, you can scan that QR code right there on your screen, or go to fox./Red Cross.
This. Oh my Lord, this is. Some people, they're going to do what they want to do. Okay, let me hear what she got.
Wildfires for days now. They're just ripping apart the Los Angeles metro area. A live look this morning, though, from Los Angeles. You can see it right back here, right here. The smoke and ash from those fires is so thick, forcing local officials to issue air quality alerts. Sadly, we know at this point, at least 10 people have died, and that number is only expected to go up. And the evacuation zone, we're also learning, is getting wider. I mean, look at this right back here. CAL FIRE says they are monitoring at least 5 major fires, the largest being the Palisades Fire that burned nearly 20,000 acres and is only 6% contained at this point. We got some new video for you as well. Here's the live desk from Pacific Palisades right back here. An elementary school reduced to rubble. Sadly, that's the case for an estimated 10,000 businesses and homes. Officials calling it the most destructive fire to ever hit Los Angeles County. We are hearing from folks.
Oh, they already contained? See, they were saying no containment.
I just drove by my house just to get some closure, and yeah,
it's not
it's rubble.
contained. It only contains.
There's nothing near my daughter.
And I'm saying, what is
right born
6%? 6%?
Oh, that's nothing.
That's what
but
I'm
they
saying.
said it wasn't going to be no containment at all.
You still got a problem on your hand. 6.
You're right, but they had said it wasn't going to be able to contain.
He said, "Dad, get something. Just pick up something."
6% ain't nothing. You got a long way to go.
Nothing.
That's right.
I can't describe it. I'm probably
just neighborhood. You see that?
My tears are completely
that's
dissipated.
horrible.
The whole day we've just been like, my daughter and I have just been thinking about what we lost.
See, that's why I stopped watching it yesterday, because I was crying. I mean, I felt so bad because I remember 20 years ago when that happened over here in San Diego. That was awful.
Today is shared by thousands.
And just so many stories like that. And now to this right back here, the widespread power outages. The number is so big. This morning, thousands are without power. Utilities are shutting off in fire zones to hopefully prevent more fires from sparking.
What you had said.
Those hurricane force Santa Ana winds are expected to continue throughout the day with the red flag alerts in place. Look back here at this until 6 p.m. tonight. Then hopefully the hope here is that things will simply just die down, giving those fire officials a chance to get a handle on all of those flames. Now, we're going to stay top of on breaking news from the fire zones all morning long, right here at the live desk and online at the National Weather Desk, part of the nationaldesk.com.
LAFD battled all night on the Palisades Fire, the Hurst Fire, the Kenneth Fire, and airdrop efforts, thank goodness, continue.
Evacuations orders stand at approximately 153,000 residents that are under evacuation orders and approximately 57,830 structures at risk.
Palisades fires. This fire was currently tracked at 20,438 acres with 3,073 personnel assigned. Due to the favorable overnight weather conditions and the diligent, and I'll focus on the diligent work and effort and commitment of our first responders, we can report that the Palisades fire is now 8% contained. The Hurst fire, due to more accurate mapping and acreage, has been updated to 771 acres with 37%.
Well, that's better than
containment.
none.
All evacuation orders and warnings have been lifted. The Kenneth fire, forward progress has been stopped with 35% containment at 1,000 acres. All evacuation orders and warnings within Los Angeles City have been lifted.
The Eaton fire, current estimated acreage, 13,956 acres with 3% containment.
Oh my
we still
Lord.
have 4,000 to 5,000 structures that may be damaged or destroyed.
So my car insurance just went up again to $159.
Barely got any containment at all.
I know, but you know what? They put a footprint. That's all it is. They made a footprint. That's something.
7 separate
And
blazes
now they
burned
got
across
the
LA County. As many as 10,000
God,
buildings
that's
are
awful.
burned. This includes homes of people who have now lost everything.
But nothing prepares you for this amount of destruction. I mean, there's no manual, there's no book.
Strong wind gusts remained a problem for firefighters Friday as they battled
KTLA show more of us over there too. You see, you'll think that we ain't getting burnt out, but we are getting burnt out. That station show more of us.
956 acres with 3% containment.
Overnight, firefighters notched a win, stopping much of the Kenneth fire. Residents there described the panic of being told to evacuate.
You're just grabbing kind of the first thing you see, and then you get out of there and you kind of realize all these other memorable or sentimental items that you may have left.
In the Pacific Palisades, mandatory evacuations turned Sunset Boulevard into a parking lot as people fled their cars.
What's in the car was the important stuff we needed, and we lost it.
Some who did not leave paid with their lives, including 66-year-old Victor Shaw, who died in the Eaton fire. He was found with a garden hose still in hand.
I just cry. I just can't believe that it's happened. It happened so quickly.
The smoke is still thick here in Pasadena, California, which was hit hard by the Eaton fire. Now the National Guard is posted up at intersections like this one to keep looters away.
At the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles, volunteers collected clothes and other necessities for the tens of thousands of evacuees.
You can tell down here, we have boxes of clothing that will be distributed.
Forecasters say while the wind is expected to weaken as the day goes on, dangerous conditions are in the forecast for next week. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The best moments deserve the best egg.
See, we already know next week is going to be bad again, but we don't know if it's going to be that as bad. We won't know until about Saturday or Sunday, maybe Sunday and Monday. For sure, Monday we'll know. Monday morning, Sunday night, we'll know for sure how bad it'll be and be prepared for the same mess again.
Taffy, look at this. Is that wind or water? Or what is that
That's
the bottom?
Wind. At the bottom, that's smoke.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Today is Friday, so we don't have days long, just as few days this weekend. Oh my God. You see that area? Look at this, Taffy. This entire area. Let me
look at it.
Yeah.
The whole everywhere you
We
look.
all know someone out there who's lost so much. Zach Fuentes from our sister station KGO is in Altadena, one of the hardest hit areas. Zach, what are you seeing there right now?
I got to go down there. This is just.
It is just pure
I'm gonna go for a
devastation.
ride.
We
I got
checked
to
in
go
with you a
ride
couple of
down
hours
there.
ago, and it
I'm
was
gonna go
still pretty
visit my
bad in
friend in Long
California.
Beach.
Now that we have some daylight, I really want to give you a look as to what is going on out here. Now, this home in this particular neighborhood in this block is the most recent one to have burned. This was just less than 24 hours ago. We actually saw this fire start, and we watched this home come down before our very eyes. I'm going to have Alex, a photographer, pan around this whole neighborhood, and you can see what is going on here. Across the street, homes are leveled. And to the left of Alex right now is this home right here that is still standing, the one home still standing in this entire neighborhood. I want to take you to some of the video from yesterday that we shot.
Oh my God, look at it.
Showed you the moments it was burning and when firefighters were working so hard to try to protect it. That fire broke out almost a day, by the way, after the majority of the other houses here burned. And that just speaks to how uncertain things have been here. You think you're out of the woods, and then you're not. Fire crews worked very hard to save that home, though, and once they couldn't, they did start to focus even more on saving the house next to it. Like you saw, it is still standing, and I spoke with the homeowner. She says she's beyond grateful to those crews who protected her home, but she's still very heartbroken for her neighbors.
They did everything they could to save mine, but I mean, if you look around, it doesn't, in the scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because all of my neighbors have so much. But this community is just amazing, and everyone is really supportive of each other. And I know that there is a bright future ahead, but it's going to take a long time.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, Chelsea, the woman you heard from there, just bought her home. She moved in 3 weeks ago, and she said part of the reason she chose this area is because it's not a high-risk fire area. And that really, I want to underscore to you guys, is what you're surprised so many people here. Fire is not supposed to come down here. This is not typical. This is not one of those areas where you would expect to see a wildfire. So nobody here could have been prepared for what we are seeing out here.
Yeah, the winds and the spinners.
Chelsea, she just came into this home, and she was making some changes around here. You see in her yard out here live some wood chips that are rolled up in plastic.
They showed one couple, they had just paid their house off in November. They had been there, and in February it's going to be 17 years. They had paid for their house in November. It was paid off. The lady said the house was paid off in November.
Protected her home because this
is what happened.
Could have been fuel for the fire that could have spread from any of these homes around her to her house. But again, she is heartbroken, and I want to underscore too. I know a lot
and
of
everybody got eucalyptus trees, and the eucalyptus trees got all that oil on it.
That is tragic.
Oh my Lord, that's just like.
I want to really stress to people that these are everyday homes in this neighborhood.
And they dry. And they dry. Because in our fireplace we burn eucalyptus.
But the people I spoke with say,
and that's a good burning.
To rebuilding, even though they don't know how that looks. But this is a very resilient community here in Altadena. Right now, live in Altadena, Zach Fuentes, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Well, we're going to be closing it for a little while.
Behind the bright lights and adrenaline of pro sports is an equally exciting world of negotiations.
Pick it back up or go live with something else. But
what time you coming back up? What time you come?
I'm gonna rest and get me something to eat. Probably. Wait, let's hear what they're saying right quick.
138 acres with 3,073 personnel assigned. Crews worked very, very hard overnight, strengthening our containment lines and addressing multiple spot fires in and around the Topanga Canyon area. Resources responded to the area, included our air assets to aid in the containment efforts. Due to the favorable overnight weather conditions and the diligent, and I'll focus on the diligent work and effort and commitment of our first responders, we can report that the Palisades Fire is now 8% contained.
8%.
Wind gusts are expected to increase in daylight hours that will test our containment lines. Our firefighters will continue to respond to any flare-ups and increase our containment lines. Evacuation orders remain in place. The Hurst Fire, due to more accurate mapping and acreage, has been updated to 771 acres with 37% containment. All evacuation orders and warnings have been lifted.
Good morning, everybody. We are kicking off our One Voice press conference, LA County, LA City together. We have a short presentation today. We're aiming for conciseness. So we're going to start off with the LA County Director of the Office of Emergency Management, Kevin McGowan.
Thank you, Helen. Hi, my name is Kevin McGowan. I'm the Director of the Office of Emergency Management for Los Angeles County. There is an extreme amount of frustration, anger, fear with regards to the erroneous messages that have been being sent out through the wireless emergency alert system across LA County. I can't express enough how sorry I am for this experience. First of all, I want to clarify, this is not human driven. There is no one sitting at a desk right now initiating emergency alerts.
It's just the system.
I want to restate that. Right now, as these alerts are being issued, they are not being activated or initiated by a person.
Is that AI thing?
This is my top
that's
priority.
the
I am working.
Let me just pause it. That's you know how they getting these alerts, and you probably getting them too. But the alerts that's going out saying that you must evacuate.
Yeah,
that's what the people are upset about. But I'd rather have it because one of them going to be for real. But he's trying to explain to people it's not a person doing it. It's the system. The system is malfunctioning itself. That's not a person sitting there. Let me send another one out to piss people off. Let me do this one to piss people off. No, it's just the system is
probably overriding and malfunctioning.
Right. And it's probably acting up because of all this, the power, most of the power is down.
Yeah, the fires and stuff.
And the system is just going Looney Tune. It's like a robot going Looney Tune. So
I know, did you see Jackie, the actress, yesterday?
No, what happened?
She was on KTLA. Her house, well, I don't know if I know she evacuated, right? And she said her cousins and them, their house burnt down, and she called 911. And 911, she couldn't get it. Well, most 911 has been busy, and you can't get anything. And they were telling them that they can't. 911 can't help them because the system is overpowered. It's overflood, and then all they could do is tell them that they can't help them. And so she didn't know where they were going to go because most of these places are overcrowded and everything. Just like Sheila E. She's a friend. She was trying to let people know that she was okay. She went to her parents' house. Now, I don't know if she lost her house. I don't know if Jackie lost her house either because like they were up telling people that they were leaving. But I don't know. I didn't see it this morning. In fact, this is the first time I'm actually looking at it because after last night, it just had upset me so bad because I had been sitting up there watching it so much and it was just so sad. It's just so sad. I had stopped watching it because it was just so heartbreaking. And like I was watching
today, though, you're doing a good job because you helped me to put some of the pieces together you put a lot of pieces for people that are listening and watching. You help put a lot of the because you live there. So you help name things and put things in place and tell us exactly what's been going on today.
Right.
You have been a big help on this live today, and I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I was able to help. About like that station I told you, they were showing everybody and everything, and you get a little of everything on that station. So it was showing us different people that they were going into different neighborhoods and showing us different people. And like these neighborhoods now that's catching on fire, they in different locations. And then they went back. See, now they don't went back over to Sunset Boulevard. That's a different area of Sunset Boulevard. And they doing the same thing they did to the other Sunset. They jumped out their cars, but they able to stop these people.
Right, because people would have been jumping out too. No, you got to take that car. You got to keep driving. You ain't jumping out, leaving these cars in the way.
And see, that's what they doing. And then, like one station, they showed how all of the trucks, those big trucks that carry things, were blowed over. because the wind was blowing so hard, it was blowing these big trucks over, and all these big trucks was blowed over on the side of the road. Did you see all of that? Were you able to see that?
No, I'm gonna look it up just like you told told me about this station. So when we come back on live, hopefully I'm gonna at least have some pictures of it or videos of it.
Oh yeah, they had those big old those big old trucks all alongside the road. 101. It was on Highway 101 and on 10, all alongside the freeway, all turnover, blowed on side of the road, all big old trucks, all turnover. And then on the other coast, you see trucks turn over on the side of the road because of the snow. And out here, they were turned over because of the wind. The wind had blown those trucks over, and it was heartbreaking. I think that was Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those days. I got my days all mixed up because the wind was just horrendous how it was. The trucks and everything was all on the side of the road, all blowed over. It was awful. Maybe you could find it because a lot of people, well, they don't have the station, so they can't really see it.
Right, because they don't have the power.
Right.
But if they're on their phone, at least they can watch. And that was one of my hopes, is showing all of this live. It's because if people got their phones, they can still, some people keep up with the information from their phone. And they may not have their TV or in front because they had to leave their home, evacuate. But if they're somewhere, they can watch us and hear us and see what's going on from what I'm showing them. They can see from their phone,
Right.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it, case other people like yourself live in California.
It's just by chance I happen to turn it on, because sometimes I don't turn my TV. I mean, I don't. I'm Pacific time, and when I turn on, most of the time you guys be off, and I have to watch. I don't usually catch some of y'all. I catch live, but most of the time
behind us.
Yeah, yeah. I'm 2 hours behind you and 3 hours behind the rest of the East Coast.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I catch you guys and y'all be already on, and are y'all just about ready to go off? And I'm glad I was able to catch you and let you know some of this stuff.
And I got up hours before I normally get up. I got up, what time did I get up? I think around 9 something or 9:30. Normally I'm not up. I'm still asleep at 10 o'clock. I'm still asleep. I'm the type of person, I normally wake up 11 or 12 o'clock.
Really?
Right. But what woke me up, I got a message. I was getting got 2 messages on my phone. My phone was beeping and it was laying on the bed with me, and that what woke me up. And so that's why I'm up. But I'm glad I did, because last night before I went to bed, I did a video on this. I did one on this last night to put it out. And then I'm going to do another one this evening. I'm going to give myself time to rest and eat, and then I'm going to come back and do some more. And I don't have your number, Taffy, do I? So
no.
I can text you. Do you get my notifications?
No. Well, you did. I sent you Happy New Year, and you sent me a Merry Christmas or something. I don't know. You DM me. We DM each other.
Oh,
sometimes.
Okay. DM.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll DM you my number.
Okay, put it up in the private chat. Nobody can see it. And now,
I don't know how to do a private chat. I didn't even.
Okay. Well, tell you what. DM me. That way, when we get off, just send me a DM, and then as soon as we go live, I go back live. I'll DM you from that link. What you just sent me. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because I don't know what time you're gonna go live.
Right. And I'm gonna probably rest for at least 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm gonna go back live because.
You know what? Where it says, oh wait, no. If I hit chat, that might not be what. That might be the other chat. I don't know if I hit chat.
You say private chat. You see it on the left hand, right hand side. It say, I don't know where it's at.
Chat with everyone in the studio. No, it say chat with everyone in the studio.
That's everybody. You don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Private chat. Private chat. That means only I can see it. or a person. If I had other people up on the panel, they can see it, and I can see it, but nobody in the chat can see it.
Oh, okay. No, I don't see a private. I don't see a private chat.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I'll go ahead. Just send me a DM. Let me DM you right quick.
Okay.
I'm going to DM you. I'm looking for you right now. Oh, okay. I see you. Oh, you did say Happy New Year. Okay. I'm going to send you my, I'm going to say going live later tonight. So going live later. And then since I already got it up, I'll just say, did this conversation support your business goal? Okay. Okay, I just sent it to you. All right. Can you hear me, Taffy? Can you hear me? Oh, she must be receiving that text. Guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ellis, for coming in. Queen, thank you so much for all your support. And Greta Lee, I'm so proud of you, girl. Yes, I am looking all 23. Yes, I am. Thank you. And you did a great job coming up on this live. Okay. Now, that means now you can know how to go up on the live again. Yes, you can do it again. Greta Lee. Yes, I'm proud of Greta Lee today. Yes, I am. I hope Linda saw that. So Linda can say, now you know how to do it. Linda Gamble, thank you as always. Joyce, S. Pick, thank you for being here. They're my queen again. Let me see. And all the TN channel, thank you for showing up, showing your support and justice. Thank you for coming up on this panel too, giving your foresight and your thoughts on this. And Greta Lee, thank you for doing it too. That was Greta Lee's first time. Thank you, Nathan, for being here in Helper. Let me see who else. I carried this on all 3 of my channels today, guys. Pinky the Housewife, Pink Global, and the original Pinky. All was casting this live today. And Greta Lee, not Greta Lee. Oh, I'm still got Taffy.
But thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I enjoyed myself. I'm glad I was able to get it because I was sitting up doing something and I think I was making some cards or something. I said, let me see what's going on. But I'm glad I was able to get up here.
Yeah, I am too, because you gave a lot of insight where was needed. You did exactly that. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and be closing it down, but I will be back. And I was so glad that you was able to get up here and give some insight into what's going on in California, since you are a resident of California. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to go now, and I'll check you out later. And you have a great day now. You take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye-bye. Love you too. Bye now.
Okay. Bye.